Oh, cool, bro. He really do.
What?
That in the new intro. You just look so cool. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of That One Piece Talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence. Zino.
Sam.
And this is That One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece. Woo! Let's go. Welcome, everybody, to episode 193. Today, we will be discussing One Piece chapter 1141. Yes, it dropped officially this Sunday that just passed. So, oh man, I'm kind of excited. It's going to be a good experience today. I want to thank each and every one of you that were waiting before the show even started. We appreciate you all, so thank you. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the nice comments about Sebastian losing weight. We're worried, but we're not really. Thank you so much for giving us 5 stars and leaving comments on each of our videos that's on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. We just want to say thank you so much. And we're also like 300 followers away from reaching 60,000 followers on Instagram. And we're like 2,000 followers away from hitting 120,000 followers on TikTok.
Wow.
So listen, the Nakama, you guys continue to bless us. You guys continue to gravitate towards us. So we just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Because without you, we'd still be us, but we wouldn't just be as great, even though I'm lying, because we're still going to be great.
Okay.
So thank you so much. We appreciate you. And yes, if you guys decide to send us any gifts, our P.O. box is in the video description below. So we just want to say thank you for that. But other than that, listen, man, I love passing it to Seb. So, Seb,
all right.
Let's say what's up to chat.
Yeah, we got a lot of people in here. We saw 95 people were waiting, so shout out to y'all. We have 98 likes right now, or 265 people are here currently. So hit that like button if you haven't already. It does greatly help us with the YouTube algorithm. So I see Isaac Lopez, Twilight Straw Hat, Justin Boomelier. I don't know how to say that. The Broker's back. What up, Broker?
Linktails.
Goblin, Cobra RL, David Rep, Brandon Wigfall, Minky D. Scooby, Ace, Courtney Marie, Epic, Mosshead, what up Mosshead, Austin Hart, Special K, The Boy equals Joy Boy, Zero, Lethal 797, Z97, sorry, Ciandre Williams, Hunchin D. Hose, FD, Coven Creerer, Maximus D. Riddim, Wise Life Jody, Jenna, Ditto Lopez, Gadi Ussop, Kojo, Roy Stokes, Gerardo Ramirez, Chef Devon, Anthony Herrera, Pillage, Linktails, Night Lion Sav. So many out here, man.
Yo.
Too many names to count.
Yo, Najor. I don't even know if that's how you say your name. Why would you say that, bro?
Najor? I don't know.
Look here, bro. Toby deleted it, but...
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay. But yeah, let's get to super chats.
Yes, thank you everybody for being here. Let's get to the super chats. So for all those that are hearing us or watching us for the first time, we are live on YouTube, right? So that means that we get super chats or memberships that are gifted from the community, and we read them out loud. So we apologize for the time being. I will be doing the timestamps for everybody that's going to enjoy the show, but you got to give me time after the show is over, okay? Also, after the super chats are done, we are going to jump right into the chapter review. Now, we're not going to go on forever with the super chats, right? We're going to take our time. We're going to do it organically. And then once, we're done, we're going to read every single chat. It's just not going to be all in one sitting because there's so many that comes through the show, all right? Okay.
Yeah, we did actually have a super chat that we missed apparently a few weeks ago from L. I couldn't remember what the exact name was, but shout out to Twilight Straw Hat for finding that super chat and letting us know about it. So the super chat was, what do y'all think about giants in other nations? San Juan Wolf and Morley are born in the West Blue. What about the Yeti Cool Brothers from Punk Hazard and the Giant Squad in the Marines? So, again, sorry for missing your super chat. You guys have any thoughts about this?
I have a really big theory towards this.
Okay.
Actually, in the very first part of the chat.
Okay.
And I think if I remember it, I can include it in that. So if you want to wait for my answer on that, I'll give it to you then. But you guys can answer.
Okay. I don't have anything particularly special about it. I like that there is more giants from other races other than just Elbaf. Yeah. And I actually like that there is a cultural divide between them. Like, Lana brought up a while ago, like Saul saying, "Oh, I'm not like those savages at Elbaf," and the fact that the Marines have always targeted, like, that Elbaf's been a target or like a hyped up location, but it's not the only place that giants exist. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I kind of like that there's a culture shift in some of the other giant locations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess that kind of may mean that, like you said, that Saul may not be from what we're learning, because I guess we originally thought he was, may not be from Elbaf originally. But now he's residing there and they're allowing him to for reasons if he's not, so to speak, right? But for what I understand, like the giant squad in the Marines, I think they're supposed to be from Elbaf. Wasn't that supposed to be the arrangement that what's her name? Mother Caramel said that she actually was able to get a few giants in the Marines serving, you know? So that was like an accomplishment because the giants did not want any part of the world government or the Marines in that, so to speak. So it was like in a way for them to build that bridge and then. So it was a construct on her part, her in her favor, that she was winning. And the fact that other giants out there, we're getting a little bit like, you know, the whole with Hadrudin and his family, like, you know, with his mother's side. And we're also hearing different lineages about people having giants blood in it. So, yeah, like Sebastian said, I think it's cool in that aspect. I think it opens up avenues for other things. But the fact that all the giants in the world are just reside in Elbaf could seem unrealistic, so to speak, you know, that nowhere else doesn't have giants anywhere, you know, but they could all come from one original source and then spread out later. We don't know the dynamic of it, but I do like that concept that they are from different parts of the world.
Yeah, especially considering we have so many mixed race people now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, Juan, do you have anything or?
No, pretty much. No, I don't have it.
All right, we will move on, but thank you, and hopefully you're here today to get that. Another two from Supa. It says, "What's cooking today? Hashtag boom bam boop bop bada bop pow." I can't. I'm sorry. My bad. I can't tell if that was Super Hot or Kendrick. But we did get another gifted super chat, gifted membership from Supa. So whoever was able to get that, please throw the knock fist in the chat. We got another 5 gifted memberships from Dr. Threat. So throwing more knock fist in the chat. Thank you. Another 10 from Roberto Figueredo. It says, "Hey guys, I just wanted to say hi. I'll be listening to this episode on my bus trip from West Palm to Tennessee. I hope you guys have a great week and see you live next Monday for chapter 1142. Thank you. I hope your trip is safe and fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Another 22 months at 𝐻𝐿𝐭 status, our highest tier of membership from our boy the broker. It says, "Happy to be back tonight. Sorry for my absence." You don't gotta apologize, man. "I look forward to calling in with a theory on Mihawk's past and a quick gag theory if I manage to get on. Much love from the bottom of my heart," with a heart emoji. Thank you,
love you, Brokey.
Thank you, bro. Looking forward to it. Another 12 months at Nakama status from 𝙀𝙀. It says, "Loki really stood up and said, 'Psych!' I'm just playing, LOL." We'll get into it, but kind of, yeah. Another 2 from Johnny Blorp. It says, "DDT matchup idea. Kizaru versus Blackbeard. Hashtag DDT tax." Yo, real quick update on the DDT. I got one ironed out, ready to go. Several matchups for y'all. Larry holding it up. So it's on Larry. Y'all want to come at me? Come at Larry, bro. Larry holding me back right now.
Don't listen to him.
It's true. It's true. Mods is my witness. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. You know it's true.
Okay.
Anyway, another 2. I mean, it might be a matchup. I'll put it that way. The Kizaru versus Blackbeard. Another 2, Canadian from Smooth Weeb. It says, "Would all the Fairy Tail Guild be Yonko level crew?"
No.
Like the guild as a whole, would it be a crew? Yeah, as a crew. Not all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you said nah, I was like, based off what I know about Fairy Tail, I feel like that was wrong. Like that was
No,
wrong.
they'd be considered one, yeah.
Okay. Another 20 from our guy, Mr. Music Major, a.k.a. Preston
Thank
from the
you.
Life
Thank
with
you,
Anime
Preston.
podcast. It says, what's going on, bros? Hope all is well. Loki is him. I agree. I believe you guys are going live tonight at like 9:30, right? Or did I get that wrong?
I don't know. I didn't get any notice.
I'm gonna tap in whenever y'all do, bro. I'm gonna tap in.
Season 3 for them is starting.
Yeah.
That's why.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Another 5 from Toxic Tastes. It says, anyone else getting the feeling that this may be the time where Luffy makes the wrong call? I'm deaf down for Loki to be misunderstood, but we'll see.
Luffy doesn't make wrong calls.
It's funny. I got
The
this
story just caters to him.
Yeah, I got this huge debate with Broker about that. About like every decision Luffy's ever made has ended up working out or being the right decision.
Yeah.
I disagree, but I get why people feel that way. I would actually like it if Loki just was like, yo, F that. I ain't.
Yeah.
Luffy was wrong, and you got to deal with the consequences.
But it somehow work out.
It's gonna work out.
That's why.
It's
Yeah.
gonna work out, but yeah. I'm losing my place. All right. We got another 5 from Poda. It says, if you could give Ebo characters a fruit, what would it be and who would get it? Hashtag Larry Tax, hashtag like the stream, hashtag topped tariff.
It's tough because it's boxing, you know?
Yeah.
They're going to be using abilities while boxing.
Has there been a boxer fruit?
No,
has there been one yet?
there is a boxer, though. What's his name? Is it Jack?
Ito.
Ito, yeah. Ito.
Ito.
Deo, yeah.
Damn.
Ideo, yeah.
And Frankie's style is a little bit of boxing as well.
And then also, was it Foxy? He was slowing down people and cracking them?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of people's personalities more so. Like, you can't give Takamura the invisibility fruit because he's going to do all types of terrible things with that. Honestly, you can't give Takamura any fruit.
Yeah.
He's going to be bad. Yeah. But we did get a couple really big super chats. So I want to shout them out, and then we'll get to the chapter.
Yeah.
We got $100 from Roanoke Ronan.
Yo, Ronan, man.
Jeez.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much. Appreciate that.
Jesus,
Jeez,
bro.
man. It says, like I said a couple episodes ago, I've been sharing Topped on the One Piece Facebook group. To have a couple random people thank me for putting them onto TOPT is a
wow.
cool feeling, but also something this community already knew. Y'all are passionate, genuine, knowledgeable. Hashtag goats. Hashtag
thank you.
family.
That's
Thank
really
you.
sweet.
Hey,
That's
thank
really
you. Wow.
sweet, man. Thank you.
That's so sweet, man.
Not only you doing the back end work, you doing the front end work with the hundo. So
Yeah, bro.
that's amazing. Thank you so
Thank you.
much,
That's
man.
amazing.
That's very kind and generous.
Yeah.
Seriously, we don't deserve it.
And I'm wondering if one of those people was Raga, because we got another $50 super chat from Raga, their first super chat, but no actual text attached.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Please say something next
For
time.
your generosity.
We'd
Yeah,
like to
thank
hear
you,
from
thank
you.
you.
Love to hear what you got to say
Yeah,
next time.
don't send us anything without saying something. We want to get to know you as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, man, you guys give so much. We're so thankful.
Going crazy. And then another 50
What the hell?
from Trey Bus. It says, love the pod. Been watching since Wano. Also got my girl caught all the way up on One Piece.
Oh,
and
you're blessed.
now watching you, my girl, and y'all put me on. Listen, you are truly blessed.
Yeah, truly blessed.
My friends won't stop saying Zoro over Odin. I just disagree. What are y'all's thoughts? Thank you. Hashtag Lucci Larry. Hashtag Sebi.
One, thank you for the generous donation.
Yeah.
Yo, you're blessed that your woman wants to watch that with you as well, and she's enjoying it. We spoke about this, I think, literally 2 episodes ago. So my answer is still gonna be Odin. I don't think Zoro's there just yet.
Yeah.
I concur.
Yeah.
I know I've trolled Odin in the past,
Yeah,
but I would say, yeah, Odin over Zoro for now still.
yeah. I think the thoughts are we just believe that Odin had better control over Conqueror's Haki. He was using it for much longer, and he's more naturally physically gifted than Zoro is in a lot of areas. And he wielded Enma like a feather, from what they said, at a very young age. Meanwhile, Zoro, I mean, I don't think he still has a hard time with it, but he's just getting used to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just started getting, he's like, all right, I got this. So I think that's kind of like all our thoughts on the situation right now.
Yeah.
Zoro just needs more time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also, just before we move on,
Yeah.
we also got 10 gifted memberships from Rep Pressler, another 10 gifted memberships from Project Iceman, and another 20 gifted memberships from Roy Stokes. So thank you guys so much. Throw the knock 'em and fist up for the gang.
We gonna have to jump in a pool full of KY and just wrestle, bro, because y'all doing too much. Too much. There's a lot of "you're my boy" blues.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I'm missing one of those gifteds too, but
jeez, man, y'all going crazy. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. I just sit here and just let you smack me with money, like
don't do that.
Like, like what am I doing, bro?
Don't do all that.
Yeah, bro. If I gotta show a nipple, I will, bro.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
I will, man. Listen, man, they gotta get paid back some way. Reciprocation. I'm not showing my nipple.
Yo, Raga said, Seb, shout out Nia. So, Nia, shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to Nia, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shout out to Nia.
He also said, Larry, what's up, boy?
What do you mean by boy, bro? Half black, bro. What do you mean by that, bro? I'm joking. All right. Anyway, guys, this is where we're going to jump into the chapter. So if you sent the super chat, believe me, we're going to read it after our synopsis of the cover story. Then we have the first part, the second part, and then the final part. So each time through those parts, we're going to, yeah, he just said it. Each time through those parts, we're going to bring up these super chats again. So please do not worry. Do not feel like you're left out or we didn't read it. And even if we don't read it today, right, because we missed it, we're going to bring it back up like Sebastian did earlier with the previous person that we missed because we thought we read all the super chats. Okay? So with that being said, guys, are you ready for the chapter?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Let's get it. So today's chapter is titled An Older Woman. We return to Yamato's pilgrimage for the cover story. The caption at the bottom reads, "Can't see through the tears of anger." The cover story features Who's Who standing over a shackled page 1 with a sword just inches from his neck. Who's Who's crew enjoys the theatrics. Meanwhile, Ulti is still shackled against the dartboard, tears of anger welling up in her eyes as she watches her brother's mistreatment. Do you gentlemen have any thoughts on this week's cover story? And let's start with Seb for once.
All right. I have a couple things to say on this, actually, but it doesn't directly tie into the cover story per se. It ties into what Oda revealed in the SBS.
Okay.
So I don't know if you read it. I know I sent it to
haven't
you.
read the SBS.
All right. So I sent all you guys the SBS, both either on IG or whatever, text message, and it was able to confirm one of my many theories. So remember a couple episodes ago, I said that I believe that Hanafuda was the father of Ulti in page 1. That has been confirmed now through the SBS. So I love to say that. That's dope. I tried to tell Lionel.
Big W.
Yeah, it's not. That's a mini W.
Seb got a big W.
Nah, because that's a mini W. It's only a big W because me and Lionel got into a 1-hour debate about this because he thinks he knows what the genome of giants means in One Piece and he don't.
Giants?
Not giants. Onis in One Piece and you don't.
We don't know what they are, bro.
Either way, you thought you knew and you didn't.
Okay, so keep going.
I'll keep going. But I did like that. So based off what was also revealed in the cover story, I mean the SBS, it said that Hanafuda had fought with Kaido. I don't know if it said so several times or not, but that they basically had each other's respect and that he did but he was supplying Kaido with the ancient Zoan fruits, right? So to me, I think that leads me to believe that he might have been a conqueror. And I know we had a joke about that a while ago, but Oda's like to mirror the Luffy and Ace stories seemingly and how he's retconned Ace a little bit since he's passed. And this would technically be Ace's Doflamingo. Former warlord, is a warlord, conquers Haki, supplying with Kaido with the devil fruits, and relatively strong. So I would like to think that Hanafuda might even be a conqueror. I might be gassing him up too much based off what we know about him. We don't know much, but I like to think that. Also, it hypes up Ace a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We've gotten some texts in the Discord about people saying that Ace is over Kaido because of this. I don't understand that. I don't understand how you could ever get to that thought process.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But no, I think Hanafuda was supposed to represent Ace's Doflamingo. beyond that, Ulti and Page One, his kids is going through it right now. They going through it a lot, and I want to see Yamato step in and do something about it because, like, it's kind of messed up to see like a sister and a brother kind of going through this. Like she crying because her brother's getting tortured, and he's crying in turn because she's getting tortured. Like Yamato, man, do something.
They're kind of like their god brother and god sister.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like it's on her to make something happen with that. So that's it for me.
All right, big W's from Seb, man.
Little W.
Love to see those confirmed after a while, huh?
Little W. Just a little baby.
All right, Law. What about you, bro?
Yeah, I don't have much here. Going by what Sebastian's talking about, Hanafuda beating their father, and also Zoan or Ancient Zoan or just regular Zoan, their fruit collector, makes me believe that he's the one that gave them their abilities. You know?
Well, they did say that they stole the abilities.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what they said.
Because they wanted to join the Kaido
Okay.
crew,
Yeah.
which is why I thought that they might be in the first place.
Okay, okay. All right, that changes things. But yeah. All right, and I do believe Yamato's not going to let Page One pass because I don't know why she cares about Wano. I don't see why she cares about them, but I don't know how she views them fully, right? She could just view them as her father's henchmen, so to speak. But I kind of feel like with something in her, like knowing her heart, she's not going to stand by and watch this because, right? Also, too, that they're in a way being tortured, then put to, you know? So I know Yamato, she's not going to stand for this because, like, and it's funny because, like, not even just one sea stone would do. He has, like, on each limb for all of them.
Yeah.
You know? It's like right leg, right arm, left arm. Like, he's really going to make sure they don't get out of this, right? And to me, it's like you think of, like, are you just doing this just because you really, like you said earlier, last episode, Larry, just because you just find them repulsive, you just don't like them, so you're going to torture them? To me, I wonder if there's a bigger scheme going on for, like, his purpose.
Yo, I have a theory on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's like, because if they try to, you could either leave them alone, tell them to get out of Wano, or just take them out. But the fact that you're, like, torturing them, because to me, it's like, this way shows to me that you want answers. You know, because obviously we're not getting dialogue from here. But to me, you're doing this, you want something from them, and you're trying to get it out of them. That's what shows to me, you know?
Yeah, I feel the exact same way.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So, because no one does this, like, I mean, unless you're a crazy sadistic, you can do this for fun, but I don't know much about Page One, but I think he's trying to get something out of them, from them, and why it's resulting in this. And I do believe Yamato's going to step in. Yeah, that's all I have for now.
All right, Lionel.
I don't have much here either. I just found it interesting that why didn't Yamato step up and try to help them already? Because if you go by the chapter 1137, she already sees them there. Like, I think, what's his name? Who's just like chilling on his chair laughing and he's drinking. And this is before Ulti and Page are present. Then they get dropped to his feet. So she's watching all this. She's been dropped to their feet and they're chained up, but they're laying on the ground. Next thing you know, she's like this, getting knives thrown at her. So if Yamato's still there, she's just watching this happen. Before they can, and Page was watching Uti, that happened to Uti. Then later on, now Page was getting beat up. Getting beat up now to life. I mean, with swords at his throat. And Yamato's just still watching. I'm thinking, what's taking, like, I'm not saying she should care or not, but like, why is it taking so long for you to step up and help them when we all think you're going to do it? Because again, good. I'm talking about the elongated of, like, it just wasn't spam. Like, all this had time to happen.
Yeah.
You're seeing them getting tortured. You're seeing them getting beat up. You're seeing all this stuff. But, like, if you look at it, Page One's leaking. Like, there's blood even by his legs. So, like, and Yamato's just watching, like, is she debating? Should I help them or not?
So there is the Tama factor, right? Like, Tama's still there. Is you just going to bum rush the situation and potentially put Tama in danger? And I don't know that she's trying to do that either.
You saw what she did to hold him, bro. You saw what she did to hold him, dog.
You still got to account for
She
it.
one-shot hold him, dog.
But this dude's got sea stone, too. Like, you can't...
Yo, at this point, she could probably break it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Yo, she like that now, bro.
Hey.
Shinobu a better teacher than Rayleigh at this point.
That's crazy.
She saw potential and said, "Hey, man, you going to Alabama this year?"
D1.
Yeah, D1.
Yeah. Full ride.
Full scholarship.
I mean...
anything else, Lionel?
I was going to make a joke, though, adding to the information. What if he just had beef with Hanafuda?
I thought about that.
And he's taking out on his kids, like, pretty much like he lost them or something like that. Like, I thought that, too. And
That's
also,
a good point.
I mean, I could, because we don't know if he knows their history, but he already had disliking for them. And that could have been, like, I don't like Hanafuda and these people, his kids are annoying.
He thought they were annoying, but he didn't dislike them from what I remember.
I mean,
he saw them as kids.
True, but to me it's like if you don't dislike someone and you're doing this, I don't know. There's could be something.
Oh no, he's wilding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What I remember from that interaction, it was more like if he was talking about if one of the All Stars were to die, who would take their place. He considered Ulti and Page One not even like a competition.
It was only Sasaki.
Yeah. Well, and Drake apparently. You know what I mean? From what he had said, it was like that. Like if you drop out, like that'd be a clutch or whatever. So I don't know.
And one more thing, the guy left. Does he not look like a crazy version of Batman?
Who, the guy in the back?
Right here.
Yeah.
Look at him. I don't know. He look crazy.
I mean,
he doesn't look like a cat.
Batman.
That could be the Batman guy.
But that's his cat crew.
He could have been in that crew.
Yeah,
Loki.
Don't give him no prep time.
Does this count? In fact,
he might have been the one that captured
it. Larry was
Page One and Ulti, bro.
Yeah,
man.
But that's it. That's what I have.
All right, so to go off of what Lawrence was kind of saying, my only question about this cover story is, what does Who's Who want from Ulti? Ulti and Page One have been hiding ever since the defeat of the Beast Pirates. They weren't even at Udon Prison when Green Bull was taking down an injured king and queen. And they never had any ill will towards the members of the Topiropo. So why is Who's Who taking joy in torturing Page One? The most notable fact about Ulti and Page One is their loyalty to Kaido. This got me thinking, what if Who's Who is torturing Ulti and Page One to uncover Kaido's whereabouts? After all, it was never confirmed that Kaido perished in the volcano following his defeat by Luffy. It was the One Piece community's assumption. It could be that Kaido is seriously injured and has chosen a life similar to Gecko Moria, who once abandoned all his dreams because of Kaido. Has karma embraced Kaido now? This would make sense considering Kaido transformed into a magma dragon against Luffy's Bajron gun, suggesting he may have some considerable resistance to magma to survive. My theory is that Who's Who is currently a Yakuza boss seeking to become a daimyo, and he would be closer to achieving this goal if he presented Momonosuke with Kaido's head after defeating a weakened Kaido. What y'all think?
I'm not. So you think Kaido's still alive? That's just crazy. I mean, we all kind of thought that.
I'm just saying he not confirmed past.
Yeah. Because when you saying this actually made me think of someone else.
Like what?
He's trying to go after, like, I was talking about, like, you said loyalty. And I said, and, you know, since Kaido was cool with Hanafuda and he views Ulti and Page One like second kids, what if they also are the only ones that know whereabouts because they're loyalty to Kaido, the Poneglyph that he has?
That's where my mind went. That's where I thought you were going.
No.
But I feel like what you said is more in line with who's character.
Yeah.
So
the difference is I didn't think that because Kaido didn't know the Poneglyph was underneath the castle.
But Kaido has one though.
He had one for what Sasaki was not Sasaki. Sazuki, I think his name.
It's Sasaki.
Oden's dad.
Kozuki.
Oden's dad. I think it's Sasaki.
Sayuki, I think.
No, it's Sasaki. I think that's what his name is. He had it in his imprisoned room where he was making those dolls. He had one poneglyph.
Sukiyaki. That's
Sukiyaki, yeah. But he never had the red poneglyph notified that it was there.
But Kaido had a red poneglyph. Like, he was in possession of one. We knew that. You know what I'm saying? Kaido knew about that
Jack
one.
knew? Jack went down in the water and saw it?
That's how they found it.
Oh, okay. My bad. I forgot that.
Yeah.
But I do like because, like, again, it fits a little bit who's character, and it kind of brings back because in a way, I don't know how you guys feel about it. I kind of do want Kaido to come back a little bit, but I'm still like, I'm on the fence. I'm in back and forth. But to know that Kaido's still like, because it makes sense too. Like I always thought, you're a dragon, and then only how is magma affecting you? Because again, if you went to a Kaido, you're just gonna be another fighter to him. I always thought like since the magma and supposed again, if you look at a Kaido and if you talk about two people who are inferior to him, would be King and a Kaido, but they both had magma attacks that could hurt Kaido. And the Kaido was getting taken out by a big magma pool. How is that stopping them from taking out Kaido?
Yeah.
And I always like wonder about that, but I always thought Kaido should have at least some resistance to magma, at least because, like you said, his whole body's in flames. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that was as high as magma, but I also know fire could be higher than magma.
To me, any notion of bringing Kaido back has to meet the question: what's his role in the story now? Mm-hmm. So if we're gonna bring somebody, because to me he's too strong to kind of like be brought back. Like he's not Crocodile, you know what I'm saying? He's not Doflamingo. Like he's a top tier for real. So it's like if you bring Kaido or even Big Mom back, what role are they playing? Because they're not just gonna sit idly by and watch as they're not Thanos, right? Like, oh man, my mission is done, I'm gonna just watch by. Because no, bro, they're gonna try to get active. They're gonna re-enter the story in a way that's a little too aggressive.
Yo, I disagree, bro.
You think so?
I only have I only have a little pushback. I'm not saying he won't have a mind like a alternative, but I wonder if his view's gonna change. Because his obsession. What? Guess who? If he legit finds out that Luffy is Joy Boy, what is his view on Luffy? What is his view on the Muro and everything? Like Kaido's perspective might change because of that fact.
All right, I don't think he knows about the mirror.
Yeah,
but I will say, Gecko Moria was stronger than he was when Luffy saw him. You know what I'm saying? So if Kaido got that Thanos treatment, where Thanos had his whole arm messed up and he couldn't use it, and then he loses the will to carry forward to be what he once was. We know that Oda has changed people's physical features according to the dreams that they no longer pursue. So if Kaido is in that situation, why not?
I guess
it would be perfect karma for what he did to Gecko Moria.
I feel that, but my slight pushback on this, I guess, is more of like me personally, how I feel about Kaido. Like, I just wouldn't like that for him as a character. Like, I just wouldn't.
I
you know what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
either.
Yeah, like,
I wouldn't either.
I would rather he stayed dead than we got him reverting to this, like, oh man, like, I really lost a Joy Boy, and now he's a chill dude. Like, what?
So let me ask you this, right?
Like, I don't know if I'm seeing that.
Your thought process has always been Kaido and Big Mom. They're relative, but Kaido is stronger.
Yeah.
Why was he stronger?
I just thought he performed better in general. Everything
better.
that I saw
but do you
from
think
him
that he has better physical qualities than Big Mom?
Yeah.
Okay. So if Big Mom, we find out, survived, when the Big Mom pirates left, right? Isn't it possible that Kaido, who is supposed to be physically stronger than her, right, and has magma abilities, is supposed to survive that volcano too? Even if he walks away with horrific injuries, the same way I think Big Mom would. Your thought process is Big Mom has a story to play in Elbaf.
I don't want her there either. Well, I don't want either of them back.
What I'm saying is, if Big Mom survives, then this would make Kaido's.
Yeah.
You know,
if Big Mom is alive, Kaido should be alive. Yeah. Unless Big Mom snakes Kaido and that's how she's surviving.
Like she took his soul or whatever in order to get past.
Unless like that's how she survived, then sure, whatever. Which very possible, right? But to me,
yo, low key, we see Kaido old as heck and like a couple limbs missing. Yo, why not?
If you're talking about he has the physical nerf that would no longer present him as a top tier.
Yeah, like who could probably take him down?
Nah. If we're reverting Kaido to a who's who could take him down, then what's the point? You get what I'm saying? Like he should still be higher than that, right? No matter what, he should still be higher than that. Like even if he's no limbs and I can only access
that is no limbs.
He's a dragon.
Bro, that's no limbs.
He's a dragon. He can transform into a flying, fire-breathing dragon, bro. He don't need limbs 90% of the time.
So imagine saying he looked like an oblong. He gonna be just like, what are you gonna do with that?
You have to stay Dragon Form for the rest of his
He
life.
gonna look like a body pillow, bro.
Okay, assuming Kaido can only be in dragon form for the rest of his life, otherwise he's no lemon. You still got him over Who's Who though, right?
Yo, it depends.
So what we talking about?
It depends on his will now, bro.
He's more vulnerable.
Yo, will is everything in One Piece.
Yo,
If I lose the will, I become generally just much weaker.
what would it say about Kaido, bro? If we watching this and now he's just a neutered dog like this? What would it say about the dude we just read about in Wano?
Bro, it just means
Luffy don't hit that hard, bro. like nah, bro.
It wasn't
He
that.
don't hit that hard.
I mean, he does it, but again, we knocked. It was one punch, but the size of that punch.
I feel you.
And it wasn't just the punch; it was the sending him down to the magma.
it was the mental breakage that he experienced, bro.
man.
And you only has PSD with Odin. This is adding to it, bro.
I'm mad. I can't disprove y'all. That's like my actual problem. I can't disprove what y'all are saying as a possibility. But go ahead, Lo. Maybe you got something, bro.
I've been listening to you, right?
Bro.
And I've been sitting on something, right? One, to me, this doesn't change Kaido, right? Because think of two things what Kaido wanted, right? He wanted to pass in a grand, giant war, like similar to the Elbaf warriors. And now suddenly he finds out that Luffy is this Joy Boy. But Kaido's still alive. He's like, yo, I didn't pass from this, right? So now, that wouldn't make Kaido be like, oh, I'm just going to sit here because I lost. He's like, no, the Joy Boy is finally here. And then also, too, the giant war that's coming. To me, when I know of Kaido, there's no way he doesn't try to participate in that war that's coming, right? Because the whole thing, he wants to pass from that. That's where someone completes their life or completes it, right? And he wants to complete it in a way in a giant war. And now you have Luffy, who he viewed earlier as still growing, immature, kind of like sloppy, right? Mm-hmm. But now you can see Luffy growing into the Joybay that could possibly take him out, the one that can actually end me, because he believes that only Joybay can take him out, and he sits this war out. For what I know of Kaido, there's no way.
All right, so what Lawrence is really trying to say is that Kaido gonna join the Akazaya 9 and be with Momonosuke when they all attack the world government.
Dragons?
Yeah, twin dragons,
Twin dragon prophecy.
Streets of Rage, bro. That's what Lawrence just said. And you know what, Lawrence? I hate it even more. All right?
I don't know
It's my theory.
Double
dragons.
Yeah.
I don't know
Dragon,
where you
bro.
said that. He's not gonna lie with Momo.
Listen, bro.
He's
They
gonna
gonna be Ulysses twisting all around that.
I think
Sleepiest, of course.
honestly, it's gonna sound crazy, but what it would be like for me if, like, in the Giant War, if Loki's there too, it would be like Loki on Elbaf. How he's just rampaging, trying to fight.
And he wearing both dragons around his neck.
Loki? He has Momo and
Okay.
Kaido just like,
Hey,
what the-
man.
I'm trying to. If this is real, I'm trying to see Loki and Kaido link up, bro.
Facts.
I'm trying to see Loki and Kaido on their way to the war. If that's what we doing.
Loki gonna be like,
doubt it.
that happened to you?
I'm like, brother! No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, but I just saw Luffy and Shanks out there.
It'd be even crazier if Kaido has like a whole 180 in his personality and he ends up ripping out his horn
Yo, that'd be wild.
to prove his commitment to wanting to live.
Oh my God.
But also because he finally received the greatest blessing, which was his greatest war that he had with Luffy.
But it didn't happen. He didn't, like Laura said, he didn't pass in a grand fashion. He got rocked, and nobody even saw it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you just need a little enlightenment by somebody punching you in the face.
Oh, man.
All it takes is one hit. And somebody could change up real
You
quick.
think he got Junjun?
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
he got Neji. It's a Naruto with Neji hit. That uppercut that Naruto gave. Yo, Neji changed his whole
I'll tell you this
philosophy
right
on life,
now,
bro.
I said Luffy don't hit that hard. He hit way harder than that. Hey, when Kaido got hit, it was much harder than that.
It wasn't about the hit though. My brother, you gotta think about it. It was about the message.
Oh, my God.
The message.
Now Kaido like everybody eats. That's what he on. Everybody eats, man.
He's serving up food on clouds and stuff like that.
That's crazy, bro. Y'all wild, bro. This is wild.
Definitely not. I'm sorry.
Listen, bro. Y'all with it now. I see it. Y'all see the vision. Y'all see the vision.
That is not
Kind
kind
of
of.
wearing an apron and
Jeez.
stuff.
He comes up that scary. Did you have enough? Did you want more?
All right,
That's
let's
crazy, bro.
let's head to some super chats for
Okay.
5 minutes,
Okay.
and then we're gonna jump right back into the chapter.
All right. We got another 20 from Girthquake. It says, I fell asleep last night and had a crazy dream. I went to church and Law was the pastor. Seb and Larry was throwing rocks at him. Jesus. Then we went to Lionel's funeral. What? Afterwards, we got tacos and Marv and Seb was fighting. Yeah. You don't even know what Marv looks like.
He said that's his dream.
He followed that up with, don't fall asleep listening to the pod. So,
What are
Girth,
you talking about, man?
I may he killed off Lionel.
Yeah,
I don't know,
bro.
that's
Did I
wild.
die from y'all stoning? That's
That
what you're
was,
talking
I don't know. That was crazy plot development.
Yeah, bro. Me and Marv got beef all of a sudden.
But y'all just went to go get tacos afterwards.
Yeah. Thank you.
I hope
Appreciate you.
Lawrence's eulogy of Lionel was good, bro.
Yeah.
Another-
If you guys can, please like the video. It helps us out a lot. Hit that like button.
Another 5 from Ryan Dunn. It says, what are the odds the giant frozen hat Emo has in storage has a virus attached to it? Could explain how powerful races like Lunarians died. Could it though?
So it just has what? What did they
said
they
it-
call
the-
it
the
when
giant-
it's on clothing?
I don't know
That virus that was on clothing.
what you're referring to.
All right, monkeypox or something like that, right, Marv? There was like a monkeypox on clothing, and then they said like, all right. Anyway,
Yeah.
Where?
All right.
In One Piece?
No, in real what?
In his defense,
I was thinking
It does
Shandor.
sound like a One
monkeypox
Piece.
sounds crazy.
Yeah, it
No,
does
I was
sound
thinking
crazy.
Shandor or the it was tree fever. I'm thinking of that.
That's racist.
No,
that's
that's
Shandora. It's
That was a
racist.
real One Piece
That's a
thing.
racist joke.
But
didn't wear
my question for that would be, how would it, like that one hat or whatever, like how would that destroy the entire Lunarian race? Like I just don't see how that works. But
one person wore it,
I,
everybody else started dying.
yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Another 10 from Ravenstorm. It says, Oda just letting Loki aura farm at this point. Every panel, man. Every
Yeah.
panel. Another €2 from Ali Raza Saeed. It says, yo, top, love the podcast. Keep up. Also, hashtag Larry Tags. Thank you.
See, just when we were getting away from it.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
That's what you think. We got another 2 months at Warlord status from Wildlife Jody. It says, what's up, fellas? With a trophy. Good to be back for another fire review. The prayer hands emoji. What's your favorite Elbaf panel so far? Hashtag Larry Tax, hashtag Ozempic Seb, hashtag Fear Loki. Yeah, I have one that rings. The one at the end of this chapter was pretty great. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
The landscape view of Elbaf as a country as a whole was really good to
Yeah,
me.
the Sun Village. That was really nice. I would say that's mine. I like the big outward
Yeah.
views of where we are.
I'm gonna wait on that answer.
Okay.
Didn't we receive a huge?
We did. Just gotta find it.
That was by our boy Trent, right?
Yeah. Hashtag free Trent, y'all. If I can find it. Hold up. Hold up.
He went from
Is
wrong.
it
It's
right there?
here, yes. There we go. Oh. All right, we got another $100 super chat from Young Bull Trent, who's
Trent,
so
man,
consistent.
thank you so
Thank you,
much
thank you.
again, bro.
Jeez, man. Trent says, "What's up, Top Gang? Ready for a great discussion and review. Hope y'all are having a great day."
Same.
Lionel, I will say it till it happens. You still got to express your hate for Odin. Thanks, and keep making the world great. Hashtag Top on Top. Hashtag Larry the Goat. Hashtag Larry Tax. Who wins Brooke versus Cavendish?
Cavendish.
Cavendish.
I'm going Brooke.
Thank you so much, Trent. You always do so much, man. Thank you. Hold on. Did you finish your Odin slander?
More or less.
I don't know what that means. Did you finish it or not?
I mean, I kept on adding stuff. I'm just trying to get to 5
So are you
minutes.
done?
Are you ready to present it right now?
Do you have 5 minutes?
I think so.
I can't go off of maybes or ifs.
I can
bro.
read it. Hopefully it's 5 minutes. Hopefully.
So you didn't time
Just take
it?
your time.
Huh?
You didn't time it?
I did time it. And like,
So did it come out to 5 minutes? I'm not understanding it. Like, if you timed it, you would know it would come out
no,
to 5
I kept on
minutes.
timing and it was less. So I just kept on adding
How
more
much
stuff.
less?
Last time it was like a minute.
And where you at now?
I don't know. Before that, I added stuff in, so it might be just at the mark of 5 minutes. But I'm just going to read it slowly.
All right. So how about we just wait?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to add anything more, though.
All right. Let's just.
Hold on, you're not
no
gonna
more to
add
wait.
more than just have him do it. And if he's off on time,
I'd
he
rather
has to just add
I'd rather
more.
just wait until after the chapter's over.
Yeah. I
Okay.
feel the same
All
way.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Trent, after the chapter review is done, Lionel will read
Yeah.
his thing.
Yeah.
But that's the 5 minutes we had.
All right. So we're gonna get back to super chats right after this portion of the chapter is reviewed. Okay. So the chapter begins with Nami exclaiming that she only visited Orist Castle for the treasure. Roto advises her not to mention that again. Undeterred, Nami insists she couldn't care less about Loki or anyone else. The security giants of Orist Castle echo her words, prompting Roto to suggest they all need some rest. He also asks Nami to tone it down on her heated remarks. However, Nami ignores his suggestion and continues to shout about her desire for treasure. The scene then shifts to the Atom Tree, where Frankie and Ripley are engaged in a conversation about Elbaf. Frankie expresses disbelief at the vast history the Atom Tree represents. In response, Ripley explains that the entire history of Elbaf is contained within the branches of the Atom Tree, with each branch holding its own rich story. Frankie suddenly notices that one of the branches has been severed and questions Ripley about it. Ripley recounts that long ago, there was a village called 𝙏𝙗𝙪𝙢, located on that branch. One day, a lightning strike caused a fire in the village, and although the branch aged, the fire truly never went out. To prevent the fire from spreading to the other branches, they had no choice but to cut it off, resulting in the loss of the village. Frankie expresses sympathy for the lost village, and Ripley emphasizes that the Atom Tree has its vulnerabilities, notably fire and lightning. So, Lionel, what did you think about this first part of the chapter?
I thought the beginning was actually pretty funny with Nami, with him saying, "Yo, Nami, chill, bro." Because he's not supposed to know like what's going on at all. So I thought that was pretty funny. This, like, again, just emphasizing how big the Atom Tree is, and my thing is, I wonder how many giants are who cut off the tree, because they said they had to cut it off so it wouldn't burn the rest of the tree.
It would be pretty cool if they used the Hakaku sovereignty in order to cut branches off, and that's how they came up with the move.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So you think this happened? Because they don't elaborate, obviously, the timing or like when this happened. So you think Dari and Bragi were here during this? Because
I have a crazy theory as to
Yeah?
what that branch was. Yeah,
Okay. Wait, it does it
this
involve
one.
Dari and Bragi?
No,
Oh. Because I don't know if they were even with Elbaf when this happened. Because it's so vague, they don't tell us like how long it was.
yeah. Ripley just says long ago.
Yeah. And also, I just find it was interesting when
The conversation she's been speaking about to Frankie so far has always led to like the ancient history, or I mean, not the ancient history, the voice entry, or something further back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mostly thought of one person, like when she mentioned fire and lightning, but that goes into like, the mother flame and other stuff. But like, because I found it interesting, like, she said fire and lightning is a fact that, they could destroy Elbaf, and I just thought it's funny that Big Mama's wanted Elbaf so much, but her ability was fire and lightning. Like, she could just took over Elbaf or destroyed it, and maybe that could have been a fear of theirs if they knew of her ability like that. I'm not exactly sure, because she destroyed Elbaf obviously when she was a child before she got the ability, and now it's like she already wreaked havoc once. We don't want her anywhere near our hometown because of her ability.
Well, she didn't have the Delphin ability when she destroyed the town.
Yeah, but later on she got it.
Oh yeah, later on she got
like,
it. Yeah.
she's already crazy, so just keep her away from Elbaf.
Yeah.
I thought of that too as well, but I also thought of like other characters like Ace and Nell, but I also thought of the big the sun god thing, or the Mother Flame are good, but I don't know how that ties to Elbaf fully. But I just find it because it makes sense. Fire and lightning destroys like nature and trees and stuff like that. So like, but to me, I feel like it has to be like something like a Nell's cloud thing. Even how big that is small in comparison to Adam Tree.
Okay, Rygo.
Yeah,
you're talking about Rygo, the big ball of electricity that he created.
When he made pretty much the island.
Turned into thunderclouds and started raining lightning. Yeah. I forgot what that move is called, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like even though how devastating it is, but comparison ain't really doing nothing to this Adam Tree. That's why I also wonder, like, how big is the lightning strike? Good, because I know it's like island has their own climate change or whatever. So I'm thinking like a puny lightning shouldn't do this to a big giant tree. Agreed. But I'm thinking of all right, how big is the lightning bolts or fires in Elbaf? That could cause a massive tree to burn its branch, and they had a fear of it traveling ruin the whole Adam Tree, and ruining Elbaf. Like, so I'm thinking, like, I don't know if there's storms in Elbaf like that, but I'm just thinking, like, it has to be crazy. Like, normal humans, like, or it could be a reason why normal humans shouldn't live here, because you getting hit by that type of lightning, you should probably pass him instantly. Because it looks even way powerful than else.
Not Wiper, yo.
Hey, bro. I'm saying if
not Wiper, dog.
Yo, no.
Wiper never passed from lightning, dog.
Yo, if it's
he's the most lightning resistant dude in the show.
You got a point,
bro. I don't know if it's bigger. I mean, if it's big enough to cause damage to this Adam Tree, I don't know, bro. Like that lightning is crazy. Like remember, it's a giant-sized lightning bolt.
Yeah, that's
something like bro, or bigger. So, but I don't have much here though. But I just find it interesting.
Okay, Law, you ready?
Yeah. Nami being a little brat is funny. It's funny to me, right? Because also too, she's the one that forced herself onto going on their adventure anyway, and now you're complaining because you didn't get what you wanted. You know? So,
I'm joking. Don't take me seriously.
But I always feel like Nami does come away, I think, with some type of treasure at the end, at least a little bit anyway. And I think, I don't know if it's Roro's going to give it to her, like some treasure, or she's going to get it later on. But that's always her focus. She's like almost like the Straw Hat's accountant at this point, but also like a thief in the same way. You know? But her just complaining about it was making me laugh, and how she's, to me, it's like, I never heard her, I don't remember Nami venting it this much before, you know? Like, maybe because of the trouble she went through, so to speak. But, like, yeah, she throws a fit about, like, not getting money. She usually attacks, like, Luffy or whatever because Luffy will give it away or do something to it. But voicing it out this much, how much she get it, like, I don't remember Nami ever doing this before. At least, like, a different side of her. You know?
The only reason, and don't be stupid, it's the size of the treasures.
I guess.
Yeah, because she's mentioned a big diamond.
Yeah, I guess the size of it is supposed to be giant. Enormous pearls, gold, and whatever, yeah. So I thought that was funny. Right? And this conversation with Ripley, I forgot her name for that, and Frankie, I tried to wrap my... First, I knocked it off like it was nothing, but thinking about it too, one to answer your question, Lionel, I think a key factor is that the fact that the lightning was able to strike it was the fact that it got old, right? Because you think about it, right? Trees kind of get struck by lightning all the time even in real life, for whatever reason they do, right? And obviously they're going to catch fire, right? But this tree, to think like that was the only time it got struck by lightning caught fire, no, this tree has been around for thousands of years. And even in real life, trees can live to be thousands of years. You know, they can be really old. Like the Bible even mentions, like, you know, how long trees can live. Now we have this Adam tree supposed to be like super, super strong in that aspect, or even to take on all the elements, because it's probably supporting one, like, you know, the giants living here, but also it's a big target, you know what I'm saying? It covers a lot of ground. The amount of elements it's probably getting hit with, which it's able to understand, is probably why it shows up its resilience, right? And the fact that this one was able to get affected now, it brought out two things. One, it got so old now, so finally, over probably thousands of years, it lost some of its resilience. But now, a different side of it said that it didn't stop burning, you know? So probably because it's so resilient that it doesn't just burn away. It's like still fighting the fire, but like still staying the fire, you know, still staying. So almost like you could kind of have like wood that would never go out in a way. So like you gotta cut off, you know, to save everything. So it's showing how strong it is because it won't be destroyed immediately through fire. It's just gonna keep burning and burning and burning, showing how strong the Adam tree is, right? And why the giant trees live there. And the size of it, I understand, like, because these are just branches, but like we have a little shot of Ripley speaking. and she's a speck on that branch. You know, like I knew the tree was that big, but like she's a giant. You know what I'm saying? And she's a speck to the tree, because showing how like you think about it, because what they're saying that villages live on a branch. That is so crazy. You know, like a giant, not just a regular giant, a giant village live on a branch. It shows that, like, honestly, I don't think Elbaf. Why they got that statement in the beginning? Normal humans do not stay too long. I don't think you could live here. Like, you know, because think about, for example, I was thinking about before, like, how to handle the situation of a tree catching on fire if you're a normal human the size of Adam, right? How are you going to deal with that? How are you going to cut it off? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a giant's a speck to it, you're this one. You would have to be almost Yonko level to compete just to save your house, like, you know? Because if not, the fire's going to spread throughout all of this. So you would need giants to kind of, in a way, people big to have the tools or blades or whatever to try to cut off this thing. Because unless you're absurdly strong to try to cut off a tree branch off this tree, that's a normal giant's a speck to, you know? So think about so now you think about all the other things that happen to what the animals, the food and everything. It's in a way built for giants, you know? There's a thing you have to take care of, the maintenance or whatever, wouldn't work for humans when I'm thinking about. Of try to probably other weather conditions that they have to deal with, you know?
Yeah.
So I thought of that, right? And I don't know why. I feel like they're trying to tell us something with the fire and lightning, right? To me, that's just basic knowledge. It's wood. Fire and lightning, it's wood, you know? But the way they said it kind of felt like they're trying to tell us something more. You know, because, again, that's just basic knowledge. Everyone knows wood burns, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the thing like fire and lightning, it's like, duh. But the way he said it, like, that it's supposed to imply something. So I'm curious of what it's supposed to mean in that aspect. But I didn't really have much here besides from that.
All right. Seb?
I don't want to say a lot, but I got some stuff here.
Let me hear it, bro.
All right, one, like y'all said, Nami openly saying, yo, F that side mission we just went on was super funny to me. Because, you know what I mean? Just openly referring to Loki and the castle and everything. She's not as reserved or nervous about saying anything as sometimes she has been in the past, because you can get in trouble for this. So skipping past that part, though, because I did think that was funny, the conversation with Ripley and Frankie was super interesting to me. So based on a quick Google search, Haugen, however you say it, roughly translates to grassy knoll. So when I instantly, based off my American history knowledge, grassy knoll is a term referred to as the little hill that, they were used to assassinate JFK. And I was like, we technically did have an assassination on Elbaf with King Harold. So maybe there's a tie there. I don't know. I might be thinking too deep conspiracy brother brain here with that. When I read the fire and lightning thing, it also reminded me of a few things. So, Larry, you had a theory a few episodes back about what you think the devil fruit that Loki stole or ate was. And you said that you think it could be Surtur, the giant flame, like the flaming giant that brings Ragnarok to the, Asgard. Yeah, I'm sorry. To Asgard. So it's very possible that is, like, when they talk about the fire and lightning, we also see later in this chapter that Loki's holding the hammer. We saw the hammer back in the day, or when we first saw Loki. If that is supposed to represent Mjolnir, and he's supposed to have eaten the Surtur fruit and has Mjolnir, or like Thor with a lightning hammer, he could basically be in possession of the two things that are the natural enemies of Elbaf, fire and lightning, because I would have this thing. I also thought of the Jormungandr, the giant fire-breathing snake that people have thought was what we saw on the mural, that giant snake that was breathing fire. So maybe that's the fruit, because that's another Norse mythological creature, potentially. I think everybody kind of agrees that whatever fruit Loki ate should probably be of the mythical kind, and it will likely be one of these major focal points of Norse mythology. So I'm thinking it's going to be either Surtur or the Jormungandr.
Yeah.
Something with fire, something that's going to be relative to Norse mythology. But if he does have a lightning hammer, right, like Thor does, that would make him basically the peak of what she was just talking about. I also thought back to Big Mom. And even though I don't think she comes back into the story here, I do think it is a nice nod by Oda to say that even though, her story started here technically, and she never made it back, she has always been, the public enemy number one of Elbaf. for her to have the two like things. Like I casually use the two things that are apparently the natural enemy of this country. So I thought that was a nice little nod there. In regards to the Jormungandr thing that I just brought up with the giant snake, if you look at the mural, and I had to go a little deeper into this one, it has like a design on it.
Yeah.
If you look at the giant oars-looking thing that is on the mural, it seems that it has that similar design.
It's like a pattern.
Yeah, there's like a pattern on it, and I don't have the picture here, but like I'm leaning maybe more towards that.
Okay.
Because Loki's also like supposed to be this like snake-like dude. You know what I mean? But I kind of like the Surtur one just because I would love to see Surtur with that hammer. Like, imagine Surtur got Thor's hammer. Like, that would look dope.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But that's where my mind went. And I know we get more to that later in the chapter, so I kind of wanted to hold it. But in general, my mind was going there. So,
okay.
But that's it for me.
That was good. I liked everybody's opinions. Excuse me if I speak just a little longer than usual.
Yeah.
I have two theories. All right. So the first one is I believe the dwarves from the 𝙏𝙀𝙪𝙀 tribe once lived in a village called 𝙏𝐻𝐽, located on the Adam Tree in Elbaf. Here's why I think this could be true. The name 𝙏𝐽, like Sebastian said, is derived from a Norwegian surname and place that comes from the Old Norse word ♦, which means a tiny hill, small grassy knoll, or mount. In Norse mythology, dwarves inhabit places similar to underground halls and mines known as Nidavellir. Interestingly, the 𝙏𝙀𝙪 kingdom is situated underground beneath 𝙃𝙤𝙀 in Dressrosa. If the Adam Tree is meant to reflect Yggdrasil, which is depicted as holding multiple worlds, it's possible that the 𝙏𝙀𝙪 people were connected to Yggdrasil over 900 years ago, suggesting that 𝙏𝐽 may have had a suitable environment for them. You might be wondering why the 𝙏𝙀𝙪 would leave Elbaf, especially since it's abundant with resources. It's a valid question, I can't lie. But let's speculate that the tree branch that held 𝙏𝐽 produced a specific type of agriculture that the 𝙏𝙀𝙪 could only consume. Perhaps the overall nourishment meant for giants was too rich for their small bodies. After 𝙏𝐽 was destroyed, they might have decided to seek food that suited them better, which could explain their journey to sea in search of resources. This situation is somewhat similar to the Birkins on Wethria, who also left their homeland to find resources on the Blue Sea. Now, what solidified my answer, what solidified my belief in this theory is the history of the ancient 𝙏𝙀𝙪 tribe. After they arrived at 𝙃𝙤𝙀, they were approached by the Don Quixote family, who promised them shelter in exchange for their labor. Unfortunately, the Don Quixote, being who the Don Quixote family are, ended up enslaving the 𝙏𝙀𝙪. Once the Don Quixote became celestial dragons and erased their name from Dressrosa, the Riku family took over as rulers. The King Riku, at that time, saddened by the mistreatment of the dwarves had suffered, ultimately liberated them. After forming a bond with the Riku family, do you know what kind of flowers the 𝙏𝙀𝙪 covered the king's plateau with?
I used to know this. Just tell us.
You know, Lawrence?
I keep thinking lilies, but I don't think that's it.
Lionel?
I don't know.
Sunflowers.
Yes, there it is. I was like, in my mind, I'm like, I know what it is.
Yeah. Not only that, do you know what's in the middle of all the sunflowers?
Seeds?
A giant tree, which not only represents Elbaf's culture and the sun god, but also symbolizes the Adam Tree. Now, if you guys want to go check, you can check. But that's why I think
It's in 𝙃𝙤𝙀 or on the plateau, right?
it's a plateau. It was a gift to the Riku family at the time.
I forgot to spell plateau. Yamato for a second there. I mean, you can continue, bro. I'm just looking for it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah, here it is.
Dimly?
Yeah, the Flower Hill, if you want to look it up.
The Flower Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay,
So-
Larry's, man.
Yo,
That's what made me believe in it.
I like
All right.
it.
So, here's the next theory, all right? And this is kind of going to touch base with what Lauren said earlier. My next question was, what led to the destruction of Haugen? I believe it was the speculated creation of the ancient weapon, Uranus, by the ancient Birkins. This weapon is depicted as having been used on Yggdrasil within the mural that dates back to the reign of the ancient kingdom over 800 years ago. So the next question is, where did the lightning strike come from that ignited the fire in Haugen, and why did this fire never extinguish? I believe the blaze that destroyed the village of Haugen was caused by the speculated creation of the ancient weapon Uranus by the ancient Birkins. This flying ship is depicted as having been used on Yggdrasil in a mural that dates back to the reign of the ancient kingdom over 800 years ago during Joy Boy's time. If this is true, we may have uncovered the answer to how the mother flame are created. What if the undying flame that devastated Haugen was the mother flame with its fuel sourced from the ancient branches of the Atom Tree? This could explain how the Atom Tree could be separated from the undying flame and used for various purposes. Here's my theory. Remember when I said that the Lunarians harnessed the first mother flame because they were tasked by the Birkins on the moon to find resources for them? It is plausible that the Lunarians initially reached Elbaf during the First World, utilized the Atom Tree for illumination, and observed that the flame remained continuously lit. Then they sent these mother flames back to the moon. As they made this discovery, humans also learned about the mother flames. In their quest for power, they took some of the ancient Atom Tree to create the mother flames, ultimately enslaving themselves for its production. This might be what's depicted in the mural. The enslaved individuals imagined a figure who they believed would rescue them from their suffering, and this figure became known as Nika. Although recognized as the sun god, the first user of the devil fruit was not Nika himself, as he was, hypothetically, a fictional character. It is said that among all the Atom Trees in the world, the one in Elbaf is the longest living. What if the forest god spread the seeds of the Atom Tree from Elbaf across the world by having giants from Elbaf go to different countries to live there and distribute them, allowing other countries to cultivate their own mother flames because it would cause more war, which the giants desired. That's their culture. This could explain why there are multiple Atom Trees globally, none as old as the Elbaf's Atom Tree. Additionally, it might also clarify why the two gods, the Earth God and the Forest God, are depicted as fighting in the mural. Additionally, how intriguing would it be if the Forest God of all beings was the one responsible for spreading the seeds of a tree? Perhaps that is where its name originated. To conclude my extensive discussion on this theory, I want to highlight an aspect of the mural that I haven't seen mentioned before. The sea god has wings. Could this detail suggest a cycle of history repeating itself? What if the sea god, whom we all assume is Imu, is actually a Lunarian or a Birkin holding the sun, also known as the mother flame within the mural? If my theory that Lunarians created the first mother flame is accurate, it would be mind-blowing to see how history has somehow repeated itself, but in a different way.
Okay.
There was a lot there.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I was with you. That part about how the forest person is spreading the seeds. And
I
how
like
they're
that.
Yeah, that is dope. You lost me again with the whole Lunarian thing and towards the end part.
Yeah.
About what was it? Like repeating itself, like history. I get that, but then having wings, but you linked it to Lunarian and emu.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't understand.
So if you look at the mural, the sea god has black wings. Like, it's a black figure. But the wings of the angel people all differ. So the Skypeans have, like, wings that go up like this. And then you have the Shandorians who have similar wings as well. But the Birkins, they all have their wings that are really huge, like 𝙏𝙾𝙪𝙢𝙪. We assume he's a Birkin. And then we have, like, the Enels, when we seen, like, the wings of those guys, too, they were kind of, like, small as well.
Yeah.
But it's always assumed that the Birkins have always been the bigger wings. And then the black wings were of the Lunarian scape. So if the mural is depicting that this person who has big wings and the figure is black, there's probably a chance that it could have black wings. So maybe Emu and the Nerona dynasty might have had crossbreeding.
Oh, okay.
Where Emu could actually be of Lunarian descent. So my mind went towards that way.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, I love the Nita Valier piece. It's funny. When I was doing my little mini research when I looked it up originally, I was like, yo, there's probably like a dwarves connection here because I remember the grass, from the Smurfs and like this other dwarven stuff that's happened out here. But I was like, maybe not. I don't know. And then I didn't go deeper into that. So like, I love that you went to Nita Valier because it was a big thing in the MCU.
Yeah.
So like how they basically got the Thanos killing axe. So I like that. And then the Flower Hill, that's an amazing pull.
Yeah.
That's an amazing pull, bro.
I thought it was dope.
That is
when I saw
fire
it,
pull, bro.
When I saw it, I was like...
And it's funny, yo, because when I tell you, me and Larry have almost no discussions about the chapter beforehand. Larry hit me up asking for some information that apparently bled into the second part of your theory here. And I was like, I wonder where he's going with that.
Yeah.
And like, I was so happy to see a guy here. Like, it was so good. That was so good, bro. I don't have much. I have to like hear it back again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
the second piece is more detailed. I would have to provide pictures and such. But the first part was really cool to me.
Yeah.
The second part was just hard to grasp because there's a lot of speculated information that I'm diving into.
And Els, I hope you stuck around after the super chat that we missed because that's a better reasoning for how we got these other giants and these other nations that I think anybody on the internet has given. So bravo to Larry for that one. I gotta say.
That's why I was like, yo, as soon as Lawrence said, I was like, I can't wait to tell Lawrence. I can't wait because I was like, yo, So I was like going through it and I was just like, man, like I was just connecting dots and I was just like, this is what happens when like you just full blown dive into conspiracies. And then it started adding up and I was like, yo, maybe metaphorically they're not. Put it this way. Luffy's called the sun god, but he doesn't produce any sun abilities, right? The closest thing we've ever got was the Fire Fist Ace that he created, right? And that was basically it. But there's never been other fire abilities he's done.
Yeah, and the other one is like him grabbing lightning.
Yeah.
Maybe he could grab fire or something at this point.
So it's like, do you really expect the other gods to be like an actual forest god, an actual sea god, an actual earth god? No. They probably have some feature of it, but it's most likely what they represent, right? Like the sun for Luffy is supposed to represent freedom in a way, right? The enlightenment of all people to bathe in its sun and receive life.
Yeah.
Yo, the forest god could have just been the person spreading seed. Pause.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes you gotta sow your royal oats, man.
So, this is what One Piece is about, man.
That was some quality One Piece madness, bro.
Yeah, it was One Piece
But
madness.
that was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
All right. I'm done. So let's do 5 minutes of super chats, and then let's go into the second part of the chapter. If you guys haven't already, please like the video if you can. It does us a lot of good. So thank you for waiting.
Yeah. We got another 2 from That Ain't A. It says, shout out to Roy Stokes for the gifted membership. # top on fire. Yeah, shout out to Roy, man. Another 20 from Smeeg Shatya. So it says, do you guys think Gunko is Emu in disguise, sort of like Madara and Obito?
No.
I don't.
I don't. No.
I'm the 1% theory man, so there's a 1% chance.
Smash said no.
But yeah, that was Schmeeg's first super chat, so thank you. We got another 2 from Johnny Blorp. It says, what would happen if Buggy ate the Luck fruit? He'd become Pirate King.
I thought the same thing.
There's not much higher you can get than Yonko.
He'd be unstoppable. He's already unstoppable.
Wait,
No.
that was in the movie, right?
Yeah.
They beat her though.
How did they beat her again?
Did they? Or is it just her luck she survived?
They tricked her into thinking that there was something that had happened that they tricked her.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Another 2 from Alan Turner. It says, just wanted to show some love. # Loki equals Aurora? Aurora?
Aurora.
I don't know who that is. Maybe just
Sounds
search it
familiar
up.
though.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar, but
Thank you. Another 5 from Dr. Threat. After Rocks got beat at God Valley, he packed himself up and hid on a ship to the East Blue. Now he is stuck in it. Rocks is Gaimon. #. That's insane.
That's
I would hate One Piece.
That's insane.
bro.
But thank you. Another 2
Yes, thank you.
from Smooth Weeb. Why only the races mixed with giants have names? I don't think that's true, right?
Yeah, no.
You know how many times I was called a mutt, bro? Alright? That was real racism,
no,
bro.
I think they-
Alright?
I think Otis is slowly.
Oh, you a
revealing them.
mutt, huh? Like, that was said way too much.
Are the Tontatas mixed with giants? Like,
No, they can't be.
They could be technically based off of Larry's theory, but
They could be from Elbaf.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, the Tontatas have a race. The fish people have a like there's other named races besides the ones named
Lunarians,
Yeah.
Birkins. It's just Otis slowly revealing them.
Yeah. Another 5 from Antonio Freeman. It says, what's up, y'all? Quick question. Have you guys seen the recent theory that Gunko is the spy Dragon had in Marie-Joie because of the hat resembles all of the revs? Yeah, we talked about it last episode, I believe. I don't know if I subscribe to it, but I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it either.
Yeah.
It just has to be a good reason why she's a holy knight.
Yeah. Another 5.
Maybe she was tired of dragon. That's what we talked about.
That was the funniest,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Another 5 from Nasty XL. It says, love the pod. New here. Hot take. Loki will beat out the allegations. And I'm with Seb. Harold is an op. Yeah, man.
Could be. We'll see in the next chapter, right?
We'll see. Another 5 from Torta Pounder. It says, who's gonna quake? Who's got more quake? Blackbeard with the Gura or Law's thighs when he walking? Hashtag bust it open for Odin. Hashtag Latina Hunter. Hashtag Milkman Lawrence. Hashtag Ozempic Seb.
Y'all know how I feel about Blackbeard, bro. It's definitely Lawrence's thighs.
Another 14. Once at Yonko status, our highest tier of membership from Cheesy Wombat, says, much love, guys. Hashtag bang bag buggy gang.
I haven't seen that in a minute.
I'm glad it's still alive. The other 2 from That Ain't A. It says, thoughts on DB Daima and Super Saiyan reveal.
Oof. I watched it. Has anybody else watched it? All right. Oh, man. This is going to be bad. The Dragon Ball community came at me hard for my take on why Dragon Ball should end. Dragon Ball Daima, bro. What can I say? First off, Dragon Ball Daima itself was interesting. It basically was a rehash or a redesign of GT in a good way. It brought a lot of interesting lore aspects that, I'm going to be honest, I enjoyed a lot. From the Glins to the Namekians to maybe even, the Saiyans being from the demon realm. Who knows, right? But a lot of it was bad, bro. Like, the ending was terrible. The Super Saiyan 4 reveal was cool, but it was also unexplained. It was just a lot happening. There was no music behind some of the big fights. A lot of the, like the villain himself, who was the Demon King, he was dressed like Jiren. Like, there was no cool designs. The Majin Buu knockoffs. There's 2 of them. They amounted to nothing. We all thought they were going to fuse into some really cool villain, and they didn't. It felt like Toriyama threw together something that he could enjoy as a send-off, and he was like, yo, whatever it is from this point on, like, it is what it is, you know? Like, he didn't care. So it doesn't explain why also in Dragon Ball Super, Goku didn't turn Super Saiyan 4. He already told Vegeta, like, there was no other form. That's why he didn't do a Super Saiyan 4. But it felt like fan service. That's what it really was. It was GT with fan service. And then Dragon Ball series should just end, bro. Like, I'm serious. Like, sometimes even the person who is the creator of it, if they can't continue on with the series and provide good quality storytelling or just overall entertainment, then you got to hand it off. You got to hand it off to somebody that's super passionate and just as talented as you. And let it rock. Because at this point, it's just like you're clowning it. And no disrespect to Toriyama, bro. Like, God bless him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he created something that's going to last forever. Mm-hmm. But, bro, Daima is disappointing as hell. And I'm sorry I took so long to answer that, but
no, you're good.
It's bad, bro.
I did want to say, I know Larry just said what he had to say, but my Dragon Ball days have been over for a long time. Anything I tap into would be in the past, and more specifically Z. Like, Super didn't draw me. Daima was never going to draw me. But I do want to say, shout out to Akira Toriyama. It's already been a year since he's passed, which is absolutely insane.
What?
It feels like it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
So
I feel like we just announced it.
Yeah. So, absolute legend. And his story lives on, even if some people, Larry included, were disappointed with Daima. So, but before we get back into the chapter, we did get another $280 super chat. Sheesh.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you so
insane.
much, man. What's wrong with y'all,
Too
bro?
generous, y'all.
Jesus, thank you.
Much love.
Yeah,
Thank you.
From Lennon Chase, it says, the Whitebeard Glaze is one of the few in the community I respect. Even though he was at death's door, he kept it solid for his crew to get out of there and future pirates to follow their dreams. However, it only took 2 shots. Still stays in my head rent-free. # Larry Tax. Who needs to feed their family?
That's right. 2 shots. Akainu better recognize.
Oh, man.
That's all it took.
It sucks to see that Whitebeard get such a bad name because of one decision that ultimately costed him, like, his life and crew.
Yeah.
Like, before that, like, he was such an amazing pirate. Like, he was an amazing father. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that one moment in his career, which is at the end of his life, it feels like people tarnish his name. And it's sad, bro. I feel like he deserves a lot more respect. For sure.
I agree. I think he's one of the best written characters in all of One Piece. I'm not even playing. And I don't think he gets anywhere near the love that he should get. But that's me.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, you guys, we're going to go back to the chapter, guys. All right? We're going to read the super chats after we're done with the second part. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right. We head back to the feast within the western village. Ussop is drunk and wondering where Nami's been. He's slurring his words. Ussop introduces Nami to 𝙀𝙬, and 𝙀𝙬 comments on her beauty. Ussop gets offended but wants to know his type of woman. 𝙀𝙬 responds, an older woman. So Ussop jumps up and punches the hilt of the sword sticking out of his head. Ussop responds by saying what he desires doesn't exist since he's the oldest person in the world, and 𝙀𝙬 shrieks in pain. Dory grabs a belligerent Ussop and yells at him not to touch 𝙀𝙬's injury. Ussop tells him to shut up, and is there no hero who can draw Excalibur from its sheath? Bragi laughs and remarks that no one should attempt it, as 𝙀𝙬's condition could worsen significantly. Brook says Ussop is wasted, and Nami sees Brook's head on his groin and responds he's not the only one. Nami looks at him and says she can't blame Ussop. This was his lifelong dream to visit Elbaf. Jinbei thinks he's having the time of his life. Sanji wants to know where 𝙁𝙗𝙪 went off to. The scene cuts to 𝙁𝙗𝙪 with Roto. She's looking over at the security guard from the Orist Castle. She determines they've suffered fractures and stabbings. She wants to know if some human did this. It's not a good sign. Roto tries to explain he was only at the Aura's castle for the inspiration to further design his castle, and that's when he noticed guards. Gerd thinks Roto thinks she is stupid and decides to want to wake up the guards to get their story. Roto yells she shouldn't, and then she decides to tell Jarul about the situation. Roto tries to get her to stop doing that as well. He doesn't want to be caught aiding the Straw Hats when they free Loki from his imprisonment. But he doesn't feel right not reporting an intruder who looks like Shanks. Gerd chokes her axe and slams the back of it on Roto's head. She demands he tell her what's going on, and Roto yells out to punish him more. So, Laura, what did you think about this part of the chapter?
Yo, Ussop caught me so off guard. I was not expecting it from someone. I almost didn't believe this was Ussop. Like, I was like, nah, this is somebody else. Who is this? Like, I tried mathing it out in my head. Did someone, like, is he infected by something or someone impersonating Ussop? Is he influenced by something? And then I got, like, he's just drunk. And I'm like, all right, he's drunk? We never got a full-on drunk Ussop. Yeah. So maybe that's what it is. But, like, he's in full savage mode. You know? Like, when he smacked the sword in his head, like, man, ain't no one as old as you like that. I was like, yo, what? Then he told Dory, man, shut up. Like, I was like, oh, Ussop, different. So I was dying laughing at that aspect, right? So then the whole take Excalibur from his sheath is like, in this situation, right? Obviously, how he's alive, I don't know. Like, it's literally through your head and everything. And I'm guessing it's supposed to be, you take it out, he'll probably either lose his blood or he will pass. But to me, like, you should be passed anyway. So, like, now it makes you think of, like, is there going to be a doctor that's going to be able to, like, it's not really an illness, but, like, heal him, you know, make him better, like, take out the sword. Because living with that in your head for the rest of your life is crazy, you know? So I wonder if, like, because we know we talked about before in the past about, granted, it's not a disease, like I said earlier. Chopper being the greatest doctor, you know, and being able to cure every disease. But I wonder if it's going to tap into it. Will Chopper be able to do something about this? Because Chopper is still in the school, right? So he hasn't come to the feast yet, right? So maybe Chopper, knowing Chopper, he would kind of want to help out this person who's injured. So I wonder if Chopper is going to be able to do it because, you know, we didn't get it back in different concept, but he didn't cure the smiles. Right, so we were complaining about that though, even though it's a different situation, but this is also a legit wound, you know. So I wonder if Chopper is going to be able to do that, tying into like him supposed to be the doctor that's able to like cure everything, you know. And also too, I feel like if Law was here, he'd be able to do it though, because he's able to like take things out. Yeah, I know that's just ability wise. Just ability wise, he'd be able to do it.
Listen, bro, he might come through.
Imagine, I got you, bro. But anyway, yeah. So and then Loki thought Sanji was being a little perv here because where he's standing looking for Gerd and what she was wearing, I was like, I know what you're doing, Sanji. Like, you know, I was like, come on, bro. Anyway, but going into this, like, the situation about, Roto trying to cover up for them, it's just like, it made me laugh because Roto, he was in the worst situation for him. There's no way, she already doesn't like you and doesn't trust you, you know? And I don't know how well you are at, like, you know, lying or whatever, but it made me laugh though is because not that he thought he was in the clear, but he's just thinking about the whole situation, not hurting himself. But then she saw right through everything, you know, like everything looked suspect, right? But this also made me think of something. I guess I can say it, right? I would say because like it's later, not really early on, but we already talked about it. I'm gonna say it next because I always forgot last time. You know what doesn't make sense about Luffy, right, in a situation? Right? Because, you know, Roto's trying to cover up what Luffy and Zoro are about to do, right? But what we know of is that what Luffy's trying to do is free Loki, right? And the main reason why is because Loki promised him, I'm going to tell you where Shanks is, right? That's the reason why we believe he's going to do it. But we know that Shanks came to Elbaf. Why can't you just ask any other giant? You know, like Luffy never reasoned that out. Like, oh, he came to Elbaf. I don't need to listen to this person who who's in prison, who Elbaf probably kind of doesn't like or whatever. Because also too, the different side of it, we all see that Luffy's someone kind of showing that even though he's here, different side of Luffy, like, you know, he doesn't care about Elbaf. You know, as in what's gonna happen to it. You know, I'll touch about it later on because there's a statement that said like if that happens, what is, you know, it happens, right? But like everyone's talking about what could happen to the potential of Elbaf as a whole. Luffy's showing that he doesn't really care. He just kind of just wants to do this, right? Yeah, and he's mentioned earlier, like last chapter, you know how much I've been waiting to see Shanks or whatever, right? You're like, okay, but you know he was on Elbaf. Why can't any other giant give you this information? Because they're most likely to know than someone who's imprisoned, someone who's not Shanks' friend. You know what I'm saying? You just heard that Shanks captured this person, right, and imprisoned him. How would he be the best person to tell you that where Shanks is, or if the people who are actually friends with Shanks, like Dory and Bragi, you know? So it's like, to me, I was like, Luffy, this doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't get why you just didn't think of that, you know? Ask someone else who's friends with Shanks. Oh, Shanks was here? Do you know where he went?
Yeah.
But nah, I'm going to go out in a way that could endanger people. Also doesn't make any sense because Luffy, how he talks about people who fed him, helped him, fed his food, and took care of his Nakama. But you're willing to put them all in danger? You know, for what? Your own selfish thing. So it just made me laugh about Luffy. Like, that doesn't make any sense going by, like, is this Luffy to me? Like, when I know of Luffy, you kind of protect the people who've done such a, helped you out in such a way, and especially fed you, you know?
Yeah.
And helped you out and your Nakama. But you're kind of saying, forget Elbaf, so to speak. I don't care what happens to it, you know? Yeah, he says I'll just kick Luffy's butt, but the main thing is talking about what Elbaf could suffer in the result of it, you know? But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. Like, I've been thinking for a while, and I kept forgetting to say it on the pod. But anyway, yeah. And then the way she smacks the back of his head like that is crazy. You know, showing that, like, honestly, you might as well just take him out. Because, like, how much she hates him so much, you know? Like, she'd hold back or whatever. And it makes you, like, punish you, but then later on we know what it leads to. But, yeah, I don't really have much here.
All right.
Much further.
Seb?
All right. I have some stuff to bring out. But so with Lawrence's point, I had brought it up before. Luffy be fanboying over Shanks too much, man. Like, what Lawrence says is completely valid. There's no reason why you need to get this information from Loki. This dude mentioned Shanks one time and said, oh, I know where he went. And now I can't get I gotta ask him. I gotta free this guy. I gotta do all this stuff. You're doing all this. You're literally jumping over hoops and bending over backwards because some guy that you've never met before was like, yo, I know where Shanks went. Like, come on, bro. He be fanboying too much. But that's me. He about to set it all off just because he want to know a little bit of information. Ussop was wilding. What if he died? Like, straight up, what if Jarl just straight up died from that?
That's probably why Hydruda grab you. Do not do that again, bro.
That's so crazy, bro. I think it was Dory or Bragi who did that.
Oh, you're right.
Nerd Taku, friend of the pod and fellow content creator, pointed out to me that the hilt of Jarl's sword is awfully similar to the hilt of Harold's sword in the picture in Aris Castle.
We mentioned this.
Yeah, I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
But does that mean that he tried to murk him? Like, I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know if that is the sword. I don't know. I'm just saying, I said that he might be a little suspect last episode. Y'all gave me some flack for it.
Yep.
Not all y'all. Lawrence didn't. But listen, bro.
Would it be wild if after, like, you know, Loki took out his dad, he grabbed his dad's sword and went,
hey, baby! Everybody could be the guy right now. But Ussop referring to the sword as Excalibur, to me, was interesting because I think it could be foreshadowing potentially for the sword actually being drawn from Jarl's head. And typically whenever Excalibur is removed from the stone or whatever, there's some, I don't want to say enlightenment, but something happens. Something dramatic happens when that happens. So maybe he gets his memory back, maybe he dies, maybe something, but I think that's telling us that the sword will be removed at some point. Whether it's chopper, through surgery, whether it's some other means, we'll see. The Loki thing you just said could be interesting. Maybe he does it to make him get his memory back because he knows something that we all don't know, obviously. The section of the chapter, the whole section was cracking me up. Like, from Ussop acting that way, I loved it. From Brooke saying that, like, oh, he's drunk, but his head is in his crotch. I thought that was so funny. Sanji noticing that Gerd was gone, like, I thought the same thing. Like, yo, you was looking up, bro. But low-key, I didn't notice she was gone too, man. You know what I'm saying? She that's fine right there, bro. She just disappeared out of nowhere. I don't care about this party, bro. Where's she at? Roto trying to cover up for the Straw Hats was funny as hell to me too. But I also thought it was interesting him saying that he wanted Loki to be free so that he could go terrorize somewhere else. It's like, yo, he's locked up. Like, he's not terrorized. He hasn't been terrorizing for the past, like, 8 years or whatever, 6 years or whatever it's been.
He's that scared of Loki.
So it's like, yeah, like, Loki was really terrorizing this community that bad that, like, even though he's in prison, you'd rather he just be gone. That's kind of wild. And Punish Me was crazy.
Yo,
Like, Punish Me is kind of
yelling out
crazy.
after he already cracked you.
Sound like Larry.
Yeah. Punish Me crazy, bro. But that's all I got.
I would let her.
Yo,
I would let her.
snoo in full effect, bro.
All right, Lionel.
I'm actually done.
Yeah, I'm
Say honestly, that whole Ussop thing. Honestly, I almost started tearing up. Like I was laughing so hard. I'm actually even shocked at even how weak Ussop is. That he even affected that thing. But like, because this is like you said, this is the first time we saw Ussop drunk like this. Like, because every time we saw him destroy his drink, like at the Mesquite Peak or whatever, they were knocked out. To actually see it in action, I'm like, oh snap! Like, because this shows how hard their alcohol is. The Excalibur thing that Ussop brung up, I'm thinking, again, in order to bring up other folklores or mythologies or whatever ideas in his show, it just, because we never heard about this. Like, this is new. I know Drake had something, a move or technique called something like that. And I just shocked it off because, like, as Drake, he gives that vibe. But now Usopp's bringing it, like, that's an actual thing. I don't know what it's relating to. You thought of, like, with Ja Rule's head. I also thought of that big giant sword in Elbaf. That's and it's not near the underworld, but it just sticks between. It goes between the underworld and that. Like I thought of that. Like I don't know who's able to rip that out, but like again, there's other swords like the one in Onigashima. But like I wonder if there is an actual like sword though, like similar to Excalibur in Wano. Like because for instance, I even thought of we haven't gone to the Sun realm yet. No, not Sun. We haven't gone to the Heaven realm yet. So I wonder, but again, it makes more sense relating to, again, you lift up a sword revealing like a treasure or secret, there's something important. It could also be a double meaning, like this too, but there's also an actual sword that reveals something that is going to be later on impacting the whole show as well. So I wonder if Oda's doing a double meaning here and something else, whether it's that big sword here or something, because he mentioned it in Elbaf. So I wonder if it has any relation to Elbaf itself. But I'm actually going to like him coming for Luffy, bringing up with the whole Brodo coming for Luffy and Luffy. You guys trying to free Loki or whatever. I just told him Luffy's just a troublemaker, bro. Yeah. Like that's all that it is. Like Luffy, like he doesn't care, but Luffy shows that he's down to just do troublemaker stuff. The fact he's trying to become Pirate King and get One Piece, like because I thought of Roger when they said the world government told us not to go there. So we're pretty much going to do the exact opposite of what they told us to do. Luffy's the same exact way. Oh, you told me to free this dude? I'm going to do it. Again, it's more with Ace, like, that's his brother, he has more of a reason, but you told me to free Ace, I'm going to do it. You told me to do something, I'm going to do it. Luffy does what he wants, but he's also, like, he saves people, but Luffy's very, very selfish. Now, you tell him the consequences of certain things, this is going to happen if you do it. Oh, yeah? I'm going to do it. Like, that's Luffy's mindset. I'm like, I want to do it anyway.
Yeah, don't punch a celestial dragon in the face. What?
Exactly. Like, again, there's really reasons that he does certain things, like with the whole having the Hachi as a friend, but there's like no reason at all to free Loki. Like, because even like when he met Loki, because he heard Loki from the thing, like that growl thing, and he sees him trained up. He already started like started talking to him, whatever. He did come and get a liking to it because that's why he's like. He's just like Loki trying to find a reason to free him. Oh, he's not a bad guy, right? How's Loki?
He's trying to look for.
Yeah, he's trying to look for reasons to do the wrong that you already set on doing in the first place. So just like
trying to justify that.
Yeah, like Luffy, like I can't wait. Like, he's just a troublemaker. And again, we're gonna get a little around with him and Zolo later on too. But like, just that's just how Luffy is, bro. Like regardless of it. Again, people can tell him so much things. Like again, Luffy is gonna do what he wants. Period. Yeah, but that's what I have here.
All right. Usopp being intoxicated and embracing the full Elbaf experience was so worth it. It's like he's a well-known coward, but when he gets drunk, he gets liquid courage. That's literally where liquid courage comes from, right? And it makes me think, if we see Usopp in this arc fight somebody and he's drunk, do we get one of the best Usopp fights of all time?
Yo, all right.
I would expect we getting the best Usopp fight of all time just because this is Elbaf. This is supposed to be his arc.
Real quick, I want to add to what you're saying because I don't think we got it yet. No, I guess you could argue maybe Kaido, but the drunken boxer.
That's Kaido, bro.
Huh?
That was
I know
That's
that.
about as close as we gonna get to that.
But like if Usopp has it, like you said, like he out here Jackie Channing and like drunken boxing. You know what I'm saying?
But
I don't think it would be drunken sniping.
yeah, that's more
That's what I meant.
crazy. Like you're drinking and you're able to get an accurate shot. You know how crazy that is?
He actually gets better.
But he starts playing like close range too, and starts using like the dials. Yo, I'm telling you, bro, we might get the best Usopp we've ever seen, but he just gotta be drunk.
That's crazy.
I'm with it.
Yeah,
If that was- if we see a better
bro.
version of
Yo,
Usopp
he
where,
might
like,
be one of the coolest dudes on the
No
crew.
fear, and he just drunk sniping when he needs to.
Maybe.
He might really be his father's son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nah, bro.
Huh?
I said nah, bro.
The other thing I thought about is like we're getting like all these tiny foreshadows with these bold letters around certain words. Ripley was stating that the tree, its vulnerabilities are fire and lightning, and then we got now with Usopp saying, "Yo, you're the oldest person in the world," and it made me think like maybe that's also foreshadowing that we might get more information about somebody that's all living or immortal or long-lasting life, right? And this would be more history told about possibly Emu and probably the Nerona dynasty's role in garnering all these kingdoms to ally together to create the world government and what they played in the ancient war. So I'm really excited for that.
Let me think. How old is he again? He's like 400 or more than that.
I think he's like 460 or something like that, if I remember correctly.
I forgot.
Yeah, we could search it on our phones.
Because that puts him around Norland's time.
Yeah, he's pretty old. He's definitely pretty old. He would have been like a kid though by then. 60 years old is like kids.
Yeah.
Did y'all find it weird that the name of the chapter was Older Woman?
Yeah.
And like it didn't
Had no part of the
play
story.
any real
or whatever.
role in it?
But that's the point too that I was gonna bring up is that the older woman aspect might also mean because there's an older person and Usopp is hitting him and that's supposed to foreshadow maybe Emu. It's been always, the huge belief in the community right now is that Emu is a woman. So an older woman being the chapter of this title might make sense if we see it in the future.
His age, his debut, I keep forgetting how back it was. His debut was 345. Right now, he's 408.
Yeah.
So you'd be 8 years old. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back then in Norland's time. Okay.
Yeah, so that was my thought. And listen, man, I know a lot of people will be like, yo, Larry, be negative about things like the chapter, and then they roast me out of the 3 hours we were just laughing and having a great time. But Roto irritates me. That's all I have to say.
I
about
knew
the
that was
scene.
going to be a thing.
Yeah. He just irritates me. But Gerd being in the scene makes it a 10 out of 10 for me. She's beautiful, bro.
She fire, bro.
Yeah, she's wifey. For sure.
She just got it, man.
I would never cheat. Not once. Sebastian, you would cheat?
Nah, I'm not a cheater.
Black men don't cheat. You're
Yeah,
right,
man,
bro.
I don't do that, bro.
You're right, bro.
What
but
Donald Jones say?
but you've been losing weight.
That
you know
don't mean
what I'm saying?
anything. So?
Yeah, you're gonna,
What does that
I don't
mean,
know,
bro?
man.
So like, I gotta cheat now because I lost weight,
you're gonna feel a little more active now.
bro.
Take it.
You know what I'm
Listen.
saying? You're gonna feel like moving around a lot
Listen,
more.
I've
bro.
been accused of cheating several times, bro. I don't do that. Okay? Please believe me. Alright.
It depends. Were you liking other chicks' pictures on Instagram?
I've never stopped doing that. That's not cheating.
That's cheating.
No, it's not. No, it isn't.
Sebastian.
No, it's not.
Sebastian.
No,
bro.
yo, liking Instagram photos is not cheating. I don't give what you talking about.
That's micro cheating.
Oh my god,
You're looking at
bro.
other women, man.
No. Looking at other women is not an issue.
I've been accused of emotionally cheating. I've been accused of micro cheating. No, bro. If I didn't lay with this other woman, I ain't cheat. Alright?
So if she was liking other dudes' pictures, but they were
Cool,
all
bro.
in boxers.
That's her IG, bro. That's not my business.
So you like being cucked, huh?
That's
what you're saying, bro.
Listen.
There's no way, bro.
Yo, so if I see some random baddie on IG and I see her picture and I like it, that's cheating?
Yo, that's kind of
No, it's not,
that's
bro.
kind of like, yo.
No, it isn't.
Why are you doing that?
Oh my God, yo. I can't, man.
I'm just saying,
That's
man.
not cheating, bro.
I'm just saying, man.
That's not like the stream, y'all. Like the stream. Just know you can like pictures, man. All right, I ain't take these women out on dates.
I hope you're not one of those dudes that's like, yeah, my girl took a picture with Chris Brown.
I don't
Yo,
get
they be
it.
wilding them Chris Brown pictures, bro. They be wild. He be having them fully mounted, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, yo.
Sebastian be like,
That's still not cheating. It's not appropriate though. There's a difference between inappropriate and cheating.
Sebastian be like, yeah, Usher fed you grapes? That's crazy.
Listen.
How do he feed you grapes? Did you have your tongue sticking out?
Hold on.
Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Hold up.
That's cheating, dog.
Hold on.
That's cheating, dog.
Cheating?
Yeah, man.
No, there's
different-
inappropriate stuff in a relationship, and there's cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two different things. That's disrespectful.
Wildin', bro.
Cheating is cheating.
Nah, bro. There's definitely different levels of cheating, but it doesn't always require.
You're clocking your girls.
physical.
You're clocking your girls' Instagram likes.
I dare her, bro. She be dropped,
Oh
dog.
my God,
She be dropped, dog. Don't disrespect me,
Bro,
out here.
she can't like
bro.
another
Yo,
dude's picture
You can
on IG.
You can look. But
That's
once you start
wild,
liking,
yo.
that's effort.
No, it's not. There's no effort.
You need an
There's
effort
no effort.
to hit that twice.
Yo, bro.
You don't even gotta like the picture by tapping it once. She had to hit it twice.
This is terrible.
That's effort, my G.
I'm
You
sorry.
took the time out of your day to view homeboy in his boxers eating a hot dog, and now you double liking.
Wait, what?
What? How about this?
This is wild, bro.
How about this? What if she like shares it to her friends?
One.
Just saying, man.
I'm not a like. I
Just
need
saying,
to
man.
know what. I don't.
Just saying, man.
I don't monitor nobody's activity
Listen, bro.
online. I just don't.
You don't
That's
have to.
not me.
No, of course.
I'm never even at that space.
But you wouldn't feel crazy if you went to your girl's activity on Instagram.
Why am I doing that?
Hold on. And you saw it was just nothing
Yo.
but like really buff white men with no shirt on. And like, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like nonstop. Like you were scrolling for like 5 minutes. It was just nothing but them, bro. You wouldn't feel like, yo, what the hell's going on? Why are there so many men being liked on her Instagram?
Okay.
She ain't even follow cooking pages.
And
she ain't following her friends.
We can move past this. But I'm gonna ask you straight up, Larry.
What's up?
Is watching porn cheating?
I would consider it to some degree, yeah. For some people, it is.
Okay. No, I'm
some
asking.
people, it is.
I'm asking.
Right? For some people, it may be.
Okay.
You're pleasing yourself to indecency, right?
I just wanted to know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm cool with it.
Because I know you, bro.
No, I'm cool with it.
Because apparently,
I'm cool with it.
liking pictures is bad, but this is fine.
Listen.
Like, you're not making sense, bro.
No.
You're not making no sense.
I think there are boundaries, right?
Why you being weird to me?
Yeah, like, I'm trying to understand, bro. I'm trying to understand.
Listen, man. I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
I think they're both micro cheating for sure.
Okay.
They're both micro cheating,
Alright.
but it depends on your allowance of what's allowed.
I'm not allowing people to do anything. You're your own person. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Listen, you cheat on me, it's over. I don't consider liking other people's pictures cheating.
Okay.
That's you could, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't personally.
What if it was like a guy in the same situation I've mentioned, but he says like your girl's name in the caption, and she likes it?
What are the circumstances?
It's like, damn, yo, Veronica, one day. and she likes the photo.
I still wouldn't.
Is that-
I wouldn't
is
consider
that
that cheating,
cheating?
but I might break up with you for that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's not cheating though.
Listen.
That's not cheating.
listen,
It's
bro.
disrespectful.
Listen,
You
bro.
get what I'm saying?
That's cheating if I ever saw cheating.
That's not
She
cheating.
might as well call that a body.
Yo, that's
She might as well just call that a body for me. It's over.
oh
I give me a
man,
headache, man.
I can't,
Yo,
bro.
it's hot in here.
Yo, it's so hot,
It's
bro.
hot in here, bro.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
They said tagging is different. Tagging is wild. Tagging somebody else's girl talking about one day is crazy, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro. All right. Let's do a little bit of super chats, and then we'll go back to the final part of the chat.
All right, we got another 2 from Zoro Claps, but no super chat attached. So next time, let's know your thoughts. And thank you. That was their first super chat. Another 5 from Lord Deadpool. It says, "Love y'all. Y'all make my Mondays. You guys are the reason I started my own pod." Love to hear that.
Nice.
Tell me you guys read the SBS 2. This chapter was so good. We did. Yeah. Well, I did. I don't remember.
I think we're gonna talk about the SBS on a break week.
Okay.
Yeah, when we have time.
There was more to it, so yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll do Lionel's glazing because he's not gonna get it done anytime soon.
Terrible, bro. Another 10 from Rono Ronan, who also donated a huge amount earlier, so thank you. A lot of us in here, but not enough likes. Like the stream or get these hands. Oh,
Don't
man.
be threatening people for likes, bro. That's
Hey,
crazy.
man. You like the stream? And always had great eyesight, but might need glasses. Is Lionel here back-to-back episodes? Hope your families are great.
I've been back-to-back episodes.
Oh, man.
Not
Another,
lately, but
another 20 from Dubai. It says, "What's up, guys? Papi here." Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I gotta start start scanning these super chats, bro. Ain't no way, bro. I just read that out loud like that.
Yo, chill, bro. Don't say that, bro.
Anyway,
Yo, bro.
he continues on with, I don't know if you guys talked about this, but y'all think the second Nika made a gum wall around Wano to protect the ancient weapon, or maybe Wano itself from the flood? Thoughts? Hashtag Papi out. The heart emoji. Come on, bro.
it was too hot today. Laughing like this right now.
Yo, chill, bro.
Come on, bro.
So wait, what was his theory?
I didn't hear a word what you said.
Someone did a gum through to make a wall around what?
Around Wano to protect the ancient weapon.
Oh, man.
Or maybe Wano itself from the flood.
Oh, man.
There is no wall around Wano though. Oh no, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh. I think they've always been there though.
I ain't got nothing for that, bro.
I have a headache. I can't think right now.
Yeah, bro. You did your job. You got our attention.
I'll say it's
bro.
possible.
Yeah, bro. It's possible.
We
bro.
appreciate it, bro, but switch up your sign in and sign off. We got another 5 from Anthony Herrera. It says, "Seb, don't let Larry gaslight you. LOL. Small W later in the future turns into big W's. Hashtag Blackbeard gang. Hashtag Blackbeard the one." Thank you. I don't think he was actually gaslighting me though in that
Nah,
moment.
I was being
but-
serious.
Another 5.
I can never be like positive. I can never do a positive thing and people be like, yo, it's a good thing.
Yo, but I know you was being genuine.
yeah, bro.
All right,
That's
sorry.
what it matters, bro.
Another 5 from Rono Ronan. It says, "Marv, forgive me for never shouting you out, my brother. You will go as well. Hashtag Latina loving Larry. Hashtag Sebman Law. Hashtag Sebi Tax. Hashtag Lionel is here. Hashtag 5 goats. Hashtag straight cooking."
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's do these last 2 and then we'll get to the final part.
All right, another 2 from Questies Toasty. I think I'm saying your name right. It says, "You guys think Loki taking the bandages off since he's free now? Is the bandages holding some power of Loki's back? Hashtag Larry Tax. Hashtag 50 Shades of Law." Wow.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't. I just think the bandages because he's been beat up, personally.
Wait, around his eyes or
Yeah.
something else?
No, his eyes.
I thought it was like his version of Shades, but bandages like Dolphy. We're never gonna see his eyes.
It's just a cool character design concept to
Yeah.
me, but
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, you know. Number 5 from Michi Hendricks. If Emu does pass, how will the One Piece world fare with losing its emperor of 800 plus years? The Emu dynasty has been kind of wild, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I guess the Nerona dynasty? I don't know. I don't think most people would care. So.
Because they don't know that he's ruling.
Wouldn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
So. Well, I can't say matter. It would change a lot for most of them. But
that's true.
as far as him, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Guys, we're going to get to the final part of the chapter right now, and then we're going to read the super chats, the rest of them, afterwards, okay? So if you haven't had your super chat read, believe me, we're going to read them. I just want to say thank you for being here. Also, like the video if you haven't liked the video yet. It helps with the algorithm to reach a bigger audience. So thank you so much for liking the video. All right, final part of the chapter, guys. You ready? For the final part, we head back to the underworld. Zoro is yelling at Luffy. Everything doesn't match what he said about this place and Loki. Luffy calls out to a battered Loki who's unconscious. Luffy wants to know who did this to him. Loki doesn't respond, but he's breathing. Zoro is amazed by Loki's size. Zoro tells Luffy...
Damn.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm trying to get through it, bro.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Yo, come at Zoro, bro.
Bro, you wrote that. Yo.
Bro, he said this giant's huge,
But you
bro.
phrased it the way you
Come
phrased
on,
it,
man. Be more mature, bro.
Yo, that was wild,
Yo,
bro.
anyway. Zoro tells Luffy he can't use the key yet since something's off. Luffy doesn't care. He wants to save him. Luffy steps on Loki's cuffs and he's weakened. Zoro says he has sea stone cuffs on too. Also, all of these animals behind them are hurt. They definitely should not set him free yet. Luffy and Zoro get into a shouting match about setting him free, so Zoro tells Luffy to give him a second and kicks Loki in the stomach. Loki groans from it. Zoro realizes it's real blood, and his injuries are real. Loki mumbles something and passes out again. Luffy thinks Zoro made him pass away. Zoro says if it's his time to go, then he wasn't meant to survive. And Luffy remarks, that's messed up. So they decide to free Loki as long as one of his legs is still chained. As Zoro sets him free, he lets Luffy know they'll be kicked out of Elbaf for this. Luffy wants to get a doctor, but he's told a doctor is too far away. Luffy wants to give Loki meat to recover, and Zoro suggests using the animals behind them, but Luffy gets mad and tells them they're his friends. Zoro tells him to get a doctor, but then the new giant warrior pirates come crashing down with Sanji. They are rushing so they don't free Loki. But due to their rush, they are going to pass away from the crash. 𝙏𝙾 tells them he made a mistake, and they say their goodbyes. Luffy uses his gum-gum balloon to save them, and they come out with severe injuries. 𝙏𝙾 says that whatever they do, they cannot free Loki. They made Roto spill the beans, and whatever Loki has told them, he cannot be trusted. They've known Loki since they were children, and he will say anything to sound sympathetic. He'd murk a friend without hesitation. He's an enemy of the world. Zoro tells them they're too late, when we then see Loki rise to his feet. The giants are in awe and of fear. Luffy thought he was passed out. Loki grabs his hammer. 𝙏𝙾 tells Loki not to do it. Loki smiles. They yell at Loki to take his hand off Ragnar. So, Lionel, what's your thoughts about this chapter?
What's a good word for this? Yeah. I honestly thought it was, like, well, the other translation, I thought it was hilarious when Luffy and Zoro started getting into an argument. Because the other one says, this giant's going to die. And all this stuff that was going on. And I thought Zoro's reaction, we don't owe him a dang thing. Like, pretty much, like, and then that's true, though. Like, why should we care, or I care if he's dying? Because We don't know. He's not a friend, and all I hear is bad things. Like, bro, let him pass, and that's it. But again, Luffy wants to do what he wants. And I thought that was just hilarious. Just this translation was cool, but it wasn't as funny to me. Just seeing their reaction and them yelling at each other. Pretty much, I was gonna go into. I actually didn't when I saw this coming down. I didn't notice Sanji at all the first time I read it. Comparison, I just see everybody just big.
He got a whole thought, like, speech bubble.
I honestly just brushed that off. I didn't see it until I reread it. I'm like, oh, Sanji's here. I didn't realize that.
He doesn't show up again, though.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't
weird.
see him here, and I didn't see him for the rest of the panel. So I was like, oh, snap. I didn't know.
He got set flying.
But I was also thinking of, I wonder if Sanji could have saved them, honestly. Because I thought, I know I get you, but I do remember that one time, I forgot what he, what was it? What panel, manga, like when you see Sanji with one leg holding up some big giant plate of food and he's doing Geppo with the other leg? I know it's different because this is a big giant ship. But I remember thinking he was holding up with one leg massive. I know
it's not just a giant ship.
I know.
It's a giant ship filled with
giants. Yeah, I know that. And that's like, and we praise him for doing that, and Sanji's doing it with one leg. I get it. Like, I know, but I was just wondering. I was wondering if he could do or kick the ship or something.
Could have saved Gerd, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, he said everybody's panicking. Sanji's like in his dance mode, like laughing, like Sanji's not fair at all. But again, he can do Geppo. He's not. This is nothing to him. But I actually got impressed with Luffy a little bit. I know, like for instance, the biggest thing we saw Luffy like balloon or get big wise is his fist, but that was in Gear 5th. Like, aside from the island. I don't remember Luffy ever getting this big that he was able to stop not perfectly, obviously, but a full-on big giant ship with multiple giants on it. Granted, it wasn't like their main ship because it wasn't like a big giant like the ones that they go sailing on. This is like for a little one that could fit because it's a full like a rowboat pretty much. But again, I still find it impressive like because the weight of all those giants and him able to balloon and save them temporarily because they just shot back up. Like honestly, like, and I thought it was hilarious that they said anyway, like we got severely damaged. Like they would have passed from that, but Luffy saved them, getting shot back up, still caused damage. Like, but because you see he's missing teeth and he's like damaged and like a head or whatever. So it was just like this whole chapter has been hilarious to me. Honestly, I was laughing a lot in this whole chapter. And also them talking about how Loki is, and like it got to show into like we go back and forth of whether Loki is a really bad person and stuff like that. Whether the stuff that Julian was saying was misunderstood, like similar to maybe what Odin was doing misunderstood. I'm not exactly sure because they don't elaborate on like what really happened during Odin's past, and I don't think they're gonna elaborate more on what happened what Loki was doing. But I do notice that Odin was an honorable man. He did stuff crazy, but he's still an honorable man to a degree. Loki, we don't know, but we do know what other characters or other versions of Loki are. He is the god of mischief. He does trickery. He's deceitful, whatever. Granted, I know in the Marvel Universe, he's like mixing between those things. He is that, but he also is somewhat caring and honorable person, with Thor and his brother and stuff like that. So I don't know if Loki's similar to that too. Because I do acknowledge, like, because when they brought up his hammer thing, his weapon. Again, Loki doesn't have a hammer. All Loki we saw. This is the first Loki we see, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, that has a hammer as a weapon. And his name is Ragnar. Like that's similar to the link into Thor's weapon. With Mjolnir. I don't know how to say the name, but I also thought because every weapon has the near part in it, NIR. Because I looked at other stuff. Loki has another weapon called the other Loki, not this Loki. He has Gungnir. For whatever, and I think it's like throwing knives or whatever. But they mostly focused the Ragnar on mostly on Thor's weapon, referencing to him. And the fact is, again, he's Loki, he's the god of mischief, but his weapon is a hammer. That's Thor's weapon. So right now, he really combined these two people, Thor and Loki, as one in One Piece. So and now he's getting a fruit. Whether we don't know if this weapon is lightning related, whether it's like something unique or interesting in Elbaf, or it's like similar to because we saw weapons with elements and we saw in Ring-Forward War that guy had a lightning sword, and we saw Kinemon cut fire. It's not technically a fire sword, but he's able to use fire. I wanted something similar. I don't know if they're using dials or there's something different because we already saw like the technology or the things in Elbaf is unique. Like they had like a rainbow. Like you could ride on a rainbow. They have certain cubes that can do certain things. So like their technology or weaponry is different. So I wouldn't be surprised if Loki has that weapon. It's just not just a regular weapon.
Yeah.
So like, that's what I'm actually waiting to see. Because again, you're going off the lore and the mythology of the northern. What was it? Northern.
The Norse.
Because I know it's mixed. Because not just Norse mythology.
It's like Viking too.
Yeah, Viking. Yeah, so it's a mixture of both. So and that's what Oda's playing on with. Okay. Other thing is, I didn't know. Like I knew Loki was big. I didn't realize he was big as Oris. That I don't know if you guys understood that already when we first saw him. Like that was new to me. Two, I'm thinking this is crazy because I'm thinking like how strong he could be. This is I can see why again more as to why people fearing Loki and I remember they said I don't know how big Harold is. I don't know, but they did say the bigger you are, the closer you are to ancient giants, strength or their ancestry. So far, Loki's the biggest giant because we know, like, I'm talking about as an Elbaf standards-wise. Because there's people like Ors, then there's people like the other giants who have horns or whatever. Loki, so far, I think I don't know how big Harold is, but to me, they didn't mention that he's as big as Ors. So right now, you can kind of see why Loki is probably the strongest giant because he's mostly has somehow closer to his ancestry because how big he is. Mm-hmm. And again, now he has an ability too with a very powerful weapon that might, like you guys broke up, that might link to that destroy Elbaf with fire and lightning. And he also might have hockey and conquerors. Like adding all this, you could see the fear. Like this was a big mistake, and I just thought it was funny because when Hadron was saying all this stuff to Luffy, Luffy's face is like he made that face like I might have messed up, but he doesn't know. Like we don't know because Luffy gave off an innocent like. Maybe I should have done it, or not even that. He's about to get free right now. As you're telling me this, he's about to get up, and that's what Zoe says. Pretty much, it's already too late. And honestly, that stand, like that when Loki stood up, and like, that's also like I won't say yet, but that was a dope panel, and you see him just smiling, and he didn't say any words. And I was like, immediately he gets up. What the first thing he does is grab his weapon, like no words or nothing. But my thing is, even though he's grabbing his weapon, he still has sea stone on him.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, he's still going to be strong, whatever, but he can't do his ability. I don't know, so it's going to be more of what we'll see from his weapon, if that also weapon doesn't have a fruit inside it as well. And this may also confirm if sea stone could still take away your haki. Because according to Luffy, when he had sea stone in Udon, he couldn't use haki. If Loki could use haki and he's an ability user, he can't do either right now.
Wasn't he training Rio with the cuffs on?
Only after they switched the handcuffs. When Luffy had the handcuffs on,
they put the neck collar, which exploded. That wasn't sea stone.
Yeah, that's how he was able to use it to get out of to save himself and the old dude.
Got you.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, good. I don't know if it's a fact, but that's the only time they linked sea stone with you can't use haki.
Okay.
But Lawrence also thinks about it because Luffy's ability user. Now we know Loki's ability user. It's mostly the same thing, but also I'm trying to think, Big Mom, you're trying to have your daughter marry this man, and he's as big as ours. It's just to me, it just sounds crazy and nonsense.
Were you worried about the logistics of that?
Yeah, I'm not.
That's why she dipped off. She was like, no.
These are very worldly comments. Just letting you know that from the both of you.
I'm just saying.
All right.
No, I'm going by physically and just realistically how.
You're not
physically
helping.
impossible.
Yeah, like I think you're being worse than me and Seb could ever be.
No, right?
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys are terrible.
Mm-mm.
Have some decency.
Oh my gosh. I'm just saying it's physically.
Have some decorum. You know what I'm saying?
But I'll stop here, but I'll let somebody else go. But yeah.
All right, Seb.
Zoro being weary of Loki is funny to me because he was in a similar situation at his starting point when he met Luffy. Super bad reputation, locked up, they didn't want him free, whatever, and Luffy went out of his way to go get something to try to free him. And Zoro out here like, nah, man, I don't know about freeing this guy. Like, oh, bro, you don't see the irony in that? Like, this is literally your situation reduced. Like, it's crazy to me. the new giant pirates are all together again.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a nice little note, this little thing from Oda to add there. Them falling from the sky like that was pretty dope. I actually loved Harden's reaction to seeing Luffy, because like you forget, like this dude's actually part of the crew in some way. Like he's a actual like fleet member.
Yeah.
And like this is his crew. Like this is like he's saying, I wanted to introduce you to my people. This is his chance to do it. And like Luffy's saving his life again, like he did at Dressrosa. So I thought that was kind of like not super heartwarming, but I thought it was dope. Especially now that we know a little bit more about him, and he has like a relatively similar like dream to what Luffy was trying to be. Like I want to be the king of the pirates. I want to be the king of Elbaf and unite all the giants and stuff. Like I like that. I like that he has some deeper connection here to Luffy in some way, and that it's his brother that Luffy's doing this for. And it's like, yo, bro, like I love you. You're my savior, but like you messing up. Like you're ruining everything. I thought it was interesting that Sanji's even here. And I know I'm a Sanji guy, but a lot of times when Oda does the Monster Trio thing, he'll do it as a way, at least he did a lot pre-time skip, to show you how big a threat that they're actually about to deal with is. So like, think Aokiji, when they had to fight, the three of them tried to attack him to protect Robin, or the PXs on Sabaody Archipelago, or I think even Wiper. Was it Wiper? I think it was Wiper. When they first went to Skypiea, and they got bodied, they couldn't breathe the air or whatever. Like, Oda likes to show, like, this dude's not a joke. Like, there's something to really worry about by having the Monster Trio go head up with them kind of first interaction. So I wonder if that's why Sanji's here. Because I was wondering, like, why would Sanji be here for this?
It's a great point out.
Yeah. Loki gets the kind of hype that I like to see, bro. Like, he just do. Like, they talk about him aura farming. Like, he it's more than farming, bro. Like he a merchant, bro. He got some sort of deal with Oda to be aura farm 24/7 because every panel. That last panel was Chef's Kiss. Like as far as like having aura, bro. I loved it.
He's probably the most hyped character I've seen.
It's up there, bro. It's up there.
Like even out of the ones that we've heard that were super hyped already.
I feel like he's getting more hype from the community than Kaido even got.
Yeah.
And like that's crazy to think, but it's true. And I think it's more because I'm more in the community now than I was then. But, like, it's just true.
Yeah.
He gets more hype than probably anybody I've ever seen, bro.
And I think it's mostly because the name. Because Loki has that such lower end, like, in other mythology. Now you're bringing this character.
It's the name. It's where we are in the story. It's everything we've heard so far.
What we first heard.
It's the design, too, because it all hits. It's all hitting, right? He hasn't missed on any of those beats yet. And there's mystery behind him, right? So... I don't know. I had mentioned the Mjolnir thing earlier, and I think I mentioned, like you mentioned Nidavellir. When Thor was on Nidavellir in the MCU, I think it was Infinity War, he had got bodied by like the shooting star or whatever it was, the burning star. And he needed to get the new weapon, the axe, to basically revive himself. I'm wondering if the hammer will have a similar effect on Loki to heal him from the damage that he's taken so far. Like, he couldn't grab it before because he was tied up or whatever, and now that he can actually grab it, maybe he can be healed from that.
What would cause that? You think his hammer has a devil fruit?
I don't know. I don't know if there's just a special Elbaf hammer. I don't know if it's, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's a devil fruit.
Something interesting.
Yeah, but it had me thinking that because he grabbed it immediately, and obviously he's in a defensive state because who knows? He don't know any of these people. This dude just kicked me. I'm dying.
So do you think like Loki can somehow? Because we are in the arcs where you could transfer hockey into objects.
Yeah.
Do you think that he could transfer hockey into an object, which is his hammer, and then have his hockey replenished? So it like
possibly like
heals his wounds from hockey.
Maybe. I mean, that would be.
Because then Chopper getting hockey, huh?
That would be a very different thing, but you know me, I'm all things are possible through hockey kind of guy.
Basically.
So why not? I'm wondering, Lionel brought up Luffy's regret. I'm wondering if he will have real regret right now for what he just did because Loki looks like he's about to crash out. Like, for real. And obviously, Luffy doesn't want anything bad to happen to Elbaf. He'll fight to defend it if need be. But it's like, dang, like I immediately have to deal with this. Like I did this, and like apparently this dude lying. Like he wasn't dead, like or dying like I thought he was.
Did you meet Shanks? No.
Yo, imagine. That's his first question. Everybody, stop. Where's Shanks go? That would be pretty funny. Are Luffy and Loki about to split the sky? That's where my mind also went. Because that'd be
crazy.
We talk about hype. I know I'm hyping him even more right now. Finally, just talk, can he use hockey still? Imagine he could still use hockey in some way, and like Larry brought up, potentially stored some crazy hockey or powerful hockey into this hammer this whole time, because it looks like the hammer black. I don't know if it's blackened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been black the entire time.
But that's what I'm saying. Is it? You
Just
know what I'm
because
saying?
it's been stored,
Right? Like, is it blackened? Like, it turned black because of, you know what I'm saying? How you can turn blades black.
He turned the hammer black?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, it's, again, I'm giving him a lot of glaze right now.
He's giving him that black hammer.
Come on, man. But I would be, listen, and I think Lana brought up the Ragnar thing. I think that roughly translates to like Thunder Hammer or something, or Hammer of Thunder or whatever. So to me, I think it's a direct parallel to Mjolnir. I'm just excited, and I do expect him to possibly head up against the Monster Trio right now because they're all here, and
Most definitely.
I don't think that bodes well for my guy Sanji. I'm not gonna lie. He be the sacrificial lamb sometimes. So, but that's all I got. I'm hyped that we don't have a break next week. So,
yeah. All right, Law.
Yeah, honestly, I got almost Luffy vibes from Hydruden and them falling off the ship. It reminded me of like how reckless Luffy can be, right? And he just kind of goes head first without really thinking, diving into things. Hence the situation of him trying to free Loki.
You're talking about Marineford when he dropped in from the ship.
Exactly, right? But also that's very much Luffy's character. He kind of does that all the time. Hydruden didn't think about how the best way to get here. He thought of the fastest way. Let's just go. Right? Grab his crew and just went. And it made me laugh because also, too, when we found out how Juden also, too, how he wanted to be king of all the giants and bring them all together, Luffy vibes. And now, again, Luffy vibes, right? Funny how we didn't get it when we first seen how Juden, but we're getting it now more in his element, you know?
Yeah.
Or like Luffy. Right? And then them crashing out, Luffy be able to control his ability enough to make, like Lana brought up when you were talking about this, how Luffy was able to make this size of a balloon to could be able to carry a giant ship, right, and all the giants on it, right? Like, I don't think we've seen him make that big of a balloon. Because, yeah, we always say, all right, the Gears 3s are supposed to mimic giant-sized stuff, right? But this has to be bigger than a giant because, obviously, even though it's a small ship, if it's a giant ship, it has to be able to fit all giants because it's fitting, 5 giants on it? So it's to be a ship big enough to fit 5 giants.
And Sanji.
And some, and then some, because you need room for other things. But Luffy was able to that because, like, Luffy, you look at him, he's bigger than the ship itself and all of that. So Luffy doing that, we're showing Luffy strength. And also, too, I didn't realize it until later on, but Sanji's right there. He's next to Gerd. He's the only person that says "oops" when Gerd falls off. Where the other 4, right there, oops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where the other set flying, Sanji he gepples. Like he uses his foot techniques to kind of bounce off, I think, or he just bounces off Luffy, whatever. But either way, he took no damage. It looks like because I guess trying to save Gerd or whatever, right? And then them being severely injured, to me, them almost passing for this. And how high up were you and how fast were you falling? Where this would have took you guys out and your giants, right? To me, I'm like, really? How? How? I questioned that, but. Because the Giants are supposed to be extra strong, and then also, who in One Piece passes from a fall? I don't think we got that yet. We get heard people.
That's
closer.
not fair.
They take fall damage.
They did take fall damage. That's not fair, bro.
They need a big pop.
No, I'm not knocking them. I'm not knocking them at all. I'm just saying because for example, you know how people on the show they say, "Oh, that wouldn't kill me," but then we all know your strength. No, Zoro says all the time that Zoro even says it. That could have took me out, but we all dude, your strength.
But what I mean by that is consistently in the show, Oda has shown these great falls to be if regular people hit this would kill people. Yeah. This could kill even these super strong people. Yeah. In Whole Cake Island when the plateau was falling, the giant cake. They were like, yo, we're going to die. It wasn't
they always say that, but no one ever does.
But something... You
know what I'm saying?
But Lawrence, something protected them. The same way something protected them here. Just because something interferes with the actual fall doesn't mean the fall itself wouldn't have killed them.
Yeah, Lawrence, you gotta think, if a regular bullet could take them out, for instance, somebody falling from Kaido's height when he fought 10,000 feet, I know her human could just survive that.
He didn't say that.
No, but I'm just saying, but that's total. Yeah. It has to be that ridiculous to take them out.
That's just how far they're from that they think that they would pass from this.
Bro, there's 9 realms. They fell basically from another realm, essentially.
Yeah, but it was only what was it? How about to say Midgard?
Sun God.
Sun Realm. That's only one realm above them.
Yo, it's Elbaf. I'm gonna stop interrupting you, but this Elbaf, bro.
I guess. Well, but anyway, I guess
Your spatial recognition
Yo, this is wild right now.
You notice how big Ripley was on the compared to the tree.
Lord, imagine Onigashima actually landed on Wano's flower capital.
That's a whole island landing on someone's head, though.
This is Elbaf, bro.
I guess.
You get what I'm
But
saying?
they're giants. I don't know. I kind of feel like them to be more durable. Anyway, right? But I don't know if you guys peeped this. I know we see him stand up, but because Lionel talked about Zoro knowing how big Loki is, that he's Oar's size, right? In wreaking havoc. But put into perspective, because I wanted to show you guys the perspective of how big Oars is compared to normal giants.
I don't know, bro. I don't trust your spatial sizes right now. Like you telling me how big he is, you can't tell me how far that falls.
No, I'm not saying how far it is. I'm thinking, I was questioning the giants really passing for that because you're supposed to be giants.
Bro.
I don't even know what that means. They're just bigger people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one legit has a sword through his head and he's still alive for the past, how many years?
Bro.
60 years.
I mean,
he got stabbed by another giant. Probably the strongest giant. Stabbed in the skull through it.
We
It's
don't
literally
know the
sick, and he's still
parameters there,
alive.
bro.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
don't know the parameters.
Giants are supposed to be what Otis telling me. That's what, anyway. I'm saying the size between different. It's because
people get shot in the head all the time, Lawrence, and they survive.
Yeah.
When have you seen a giant get shot and die?
What?
Because the whole fall, the falls from giants. I'm comparing giants falling from this.
Go ahead, bro. Tell me how big Loki is.
No. So what I'm trying to say, you should know. What I should say is right because how the picture they showed, I think Oda drew on Marineford War, where it showed oars and then it was the size of three giants. Is oars? Huh?
I think it's 2 giants.
2 giants? Well, it might be 3. Because if you look at the panel where Loki is sitting down, the giants are right there.
Yeah.
Loki is sitting down and he's slouched over. But if you look at their height, Loki's still towering over them.
Yeah.
And his head is fully slouched down like this, and he's sitting down.
Talking about this, right?
Yeah, that one. That's 3 giants, Lionel. Put another one there. This isn't quit the Ors's height. You put another giant on top of that, it doesn't relate to the Ors's height. So, and now it looks like because Loki's sitting down, and even they don't compare his size while he's still sitting down, right? So Loki should be around the size of 3 giants, height wise, right? I just wanted to point that out so people can understand, and I guess you can kind of see when Luffy's sitting next to him, right? And how, again, going into what I mean by Luffy does not caring about Elbaf, right? Because the point I want to bring out is that Luffy's comment to Zoro when he says, right? He goes, we're gonna get kicked out if we free him. Luffy's response, if that happens, it happens, kind of I don't care, But that's what things to me, it's almost out of character for Luffy when they came on Egghead, the giants, giving you fermented shark meat to help you guys out of this thing, to help for you, and then take you to the place that you wanted to go, then feeding you, having a whole feast for you, all that stuff, Robin being supported by Saul, all this stuff. But you kind of don't really care what happens to the homeland by letting Loki go, Because the main thing is it's not like Luffy, you think you're just going to beat Loki down with nothing's gonna happen to Elbaf, because that's not how you fight. Everything usually gets destroyed when you fight. You should know this. You have to rebuild things, So doesn't Luffy that not caring about Elbaf, even though it took care of him, is a different side of Luffy. Why don't you care? And that goes into what's fascinating about Shanks. I don't think that Luffy's fanboying, right? I just think he's so clouded by what he wants to see Shanks is that he's ready to sacrifice them in a way.
That's the definition of fanboying, bro.
I know. But yeah, which is weird because also he's willing to do that, but he's willing to protect these random beasts from not eating them, but willing to forsake things. But I want to tack into another thing where people always talk about people getting into questions about Loki, right? Is he going to be a good person? The more I was getting more and more, because I know in the beginning when we saw him, all right, potentially because we don't know, Luffy could have a misjudged character or whatever. People think, Luffy usually sees the good in people and he can read an excellent read of character. And I want to point out that's not necessarily true, real quickly, with Luffy. Because I started thinking about other times, the more we're getting more and more of the Loki story, I'm starting to believe more no, he is the bad guy, And the one case in point that Luffy's not always the best judge of character, I always point out too, for example, I always bring out 𝙃𝙀 about the apple thing. But there's also a more recent one, because you want to go that's pre-time skip. But then now, think of Dressrosa, right? When Luffy is riding the bull with Law in handcuffs, right? And remember, they're led down this alleyway or this cave thing by Kelly Funk, right? Who set them up in a trap, right? Luffy fully believed that this guy was going to help them, right? And Law was like, yo, dude, get me out of my cuffs. He's no. And then going to basketball, Luffy just says, like, no, we'll just go anyway. It's going to work out. Mm-hmm. No reason to believe it at all. It's just going, I just believe it's going to work out, right? So then Luffy blindly follows this dude's lead into this cave, and then they end up falling in seawater and getting trapped by Doflamingo, right? And then I remember Doflamingo's response where he kind of laughed at Luffy, like, this person who's causing me so much damage, causing this war, he's, in a way, this foolish or stupid to fall into this simple-minded trap by believing some random person that came up to him and saying, oh, it's free. Because he believed, oh, his story was, Ussop helped me, so I'm going to help you, right? So Luffy casually just believed this person's story and then fell for it and then fell into a trap where literally could have ended his life. And that's what Doflamingo was laughing about. Like, even question Law, or like, Law, this is the person you chose to side with? Like, this judge your character, right? So that's what I'm pointing out. Like, Luffy kind of does this word too. Just because Luffy, he's believing in Loki, doesn't mean that he sees something in Loki that's going to help him. Because Luffy tends to fall for people's traps very easily. You know? He's very gullible. He's really to be fooled in that way. That's kind of his character, right? So Luffy believing in Loki doesn't necessarily mean that Luffy's going to be a good person. He kind of falls into traps already. Loki could be the person that he's depending out to be. And then also, too, more and more of what we've seen that, if we know real about Loki, he will say these lies to manipulate someone to get what he wants, right? He found out Luffy's relationship with Shanks, saying this to get what he wants. He's free. And then, so that he's not going to honor what he said, I just got you to do what I wanted to do. Now I'm going to wreak havoc. I'm going to do whatever. Even if you see me say something nice or a compliment, but it's always underhanded, always a scheme behind it. And that's kind of like what the Loki, the mischief person, is supposed to be, right? So I wanted to draw that to that attention. But that's all I have for now.
All right. So, yo, listen, man. I was so wrong about Shamrock using Cerebus to free Loki from his chains. Like, a straight air ball, bro.
It happens, man.
Yo, bro, it was bad, bro.
That wasn't a bad theory, though.
It's like when you at the park and you balling with your bros and you see some fine shorty walk by and you try to play a little harder, but then you end up like just airballing.
You can't play harder, bro. You just gotta play smarter.
Man, that's how I felt, bro. I was like, oh, he ain't freed. Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. All right, listen. Zoro's reaction to Loki made me feel like Loki is even more intimidating than we are all led to believe because we're all suspicious of it. I think when it's Zoro telling you, like, yo, listen, man, I know there's words, but it's like, yo, I'm still a little iffy because, like, his stories are sounding kind of crazy. They're glazing crazy, right? Then as soon as Zoro thinks there's something fishy, he kicks Loki in the stomach to make sure that he isn't a goner. That was pure comedy. Yo. Because when have we ever seen Zoro kick somebody in a series?
He has a couple times, but it's rare.
Yo, has he?
It's rare.
I do not remember.
He's even punched somebody in the face and Sanji ripped him.
Listen, man, a punch is more believable than a kick. The kick is Sanji's thing, right? So it's like, how are the Sanji and Zoro fans handling that Zoro just kicked probably one of the hardest going dudes in the stomach and made him bleed? All I'm saying is,
already bleeding.
Listen, man, what the debate's looking like now? Because now we know Zoro can kick, right? Now we saying, yo, is his kick more powerful than base Sanji's kick?
That's crazy.
We got to start having these discussions. We got to start having these discussions. Bro can't listen. We always talk about how Mihawk only ever uses the sword, right? Yo, this is why we say Shanks is more powerful than Mihawk, because he could use more than just the sword. Zoro coming for that. Zoro knows what it takes to become the strongest swordsman. That's all I'm saying.
You really using time.
That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. Sanji saving Gert is why I love Sanji. Sometimes. Luffy's face was priceless. After Hadruden and crew told him how terrible Loki was and why they shouldn't free him because Luffy and Zoro just freed him partially. All right. It seems that all the rumors about Loki weren't false. He plays the part of being unconscious, only for Luffy and Zoro to unlock his cuffs because he knows they have the key. It's why he smiles. I'd like to talk about I'd like to talk about Loki's hammer, Ragnar. Yes, it's a war hammer and not a sword. Chapter 1131 shows it in its entirety on page 5. It may be possible that the rag in Ragnar is a portmanteau for Ragnarok, which is a foretold series of impending events, including a great battle in which numerous Norse mythological figures will perish. It includes the burning of the world. And the Nir in Ragnar is a portmanteau for Mjolnir, which is the hammer famously wielded by the Norse god of thunder, Thor. Considering Loki has stated that he is the one who will bring the world to an end, which is Ragnarok, and his hammer could hold lightning properties, I wouldn't be surprised that the reason everyone on Elbaf is afraid of Loki is because of what he could do to the Atom Tree. Ripley just stated the Atom Tree's weakness is fire and lightning. If Loki's willing to inflict harm on the Atom Tree, it could destroy Elbaf. I believe many people interpret Loki's Ragnar as having a devil fruit. But I disagree. I think the fact that the hammer itself is not chained, while Loki is, suggests that he possesses the power of the devil fruit. The reason the hammer is chained to him, however, is puzzling, I will say. I have an intriguing thought to share. In Norse mythology, right? Specifically in the Prose Edda, a collection of Old Norse prose that includes mythological tales and guidelines for writing Old Norse poetry, Mjolnir is described as being nearly indestructible. This means that it would withstand even Thor's strength. What if the warhammer Loki wields are made from the same material as a poneglyph, considering that both are regarded as indestructible? This connection could help tie Elbaf to the ancient kingdom as an ally, since Elbaf is not affiliated with the world government. Additionally, since Wano's stonemasons are believed to have created the poneglyphs under the direction of Alabasta's monarch, Lily D. Nefertari, it might reveal the breadcrumbs of trade and alliances forged during the Void Century, which is probably where King Harold got the idea from.
Maybe. I've never even thought about the poneglyph thing. That would be super fire. Especially if you blacken it after that. Sure. That's indestructible. Thor can't even break that. Do y'all think there's like a limitation of who could wield it? Because why would you lock this dude up with his hammer?
I thought that was.
You know what I mean? Like you think it's like a thing where they can't lift it up? Because I was really like, unless it's like attached to him in some way, why the hell would y'all chain him up with that? Yeah. But I don't know.
Can you say the last part again about why King Harold did what?
So basically I said, what if the warhammer Loki wields is made from the same material as a poneglyph, considering that they are both regarded as indestructible? This connection could help tie Elbaf to the ancient kingdom as an ally, since Elbaf is not affiliated with the world government. Additionally, since Wano's stonemasons are believed to have created the poneglyphs under the direction of Alabasta's monarch, Lily D. Nefertari, it might reveal the breadcrumbs of trade and alliances forged during the Void Century, which is where King Harold got his idea of being a trading nation from.
See, now you just got me thinking about people beating somebody to death with a poneglyph. It's kind of crazy.
It's very Mortal Kombat-esque.
Yeah.
Very God of War-esque.
I kind of want it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, interesting. I like it.
Yeah, on the mural, it depicted the ancient giants to be a part of that side.
Yeah.
So if there's any connection, this could be it. You know, or at least a way to show it in more detail anyway.
Yeah.
That's because that was in the. I mean, if you can't really say. I guess that's the last picture. But if you want to go, that's the last. Like the last is where it showed. It kind of represents that Loki being on Luffy's side, though.
Yeah,
it does.
Right. But from what we've seen, it doesn't seem like. I mean, we don't know how it's going to develop, but unless Luffy gains him as an ally, but they're definitely going to, crash out here.
We've talked about a neutered Kaido in this episode. So.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, anything possible.
It could be. The only way I can think of is that Loki realizes that Luffy is Nika, or the sun god.
Yeah, because that's right.
So like that would think is now Loki's response, finding out no, Luffy's the real one, right? That you don't have whatever you have, maybe something else, or I don't know what Loki has, but say like Luffy has the real one. So like that's the concept, right? And Loki finds that out. Does he make Luffy his ally, like ally with Luffy, or does he try to take Luffy out to take it from him?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing what Loki would do. What I know of Loki, he would probably want it for himself. Even though he already has one, what would he do? Because you already ate one. So it's like, all right, now I can't get it. Or do you believe, no, I'm gonna have both,
Honestly, is Loki even going to be around? Like, there's no guarantee he survives whatever happens on Elbaf, to me.
He's that man in the picture, bro. In the mirror.
I would assume.
For sure. 1,000%. He'll survive it. Yeah. But, yeah, that's basically the chapter, guys. That's the chapter review. Thank you so much for staying until this part of the episode. We're going to read the rest of the super chats. So, if you're interested in that, please stay. Please like the video if you're going to leave, too. And if you're already watching and you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video for us. It does us wonders. But we're going to read the rest of the super chats. If we have time to take phone calls, we will. Okay? Seb, let's finish up on the super chats.
Yeah, I know we got a bunch sitting, guys. Sorry for making you wait, but we had a lot of chapter discussion. So we did have $2 from Smooth Weeb. Says, Kaido's goal, spreading war, was to bring Joy Boy back. Yeah, it was. In part it was. But I will say he did have the secondary goal of dying a grand death, like Roger, like Whitebeard, like Odin. So I don't believe he would feel that what happened to him would account for that, in my opinion, anyway. We got another Warlord join the ship in Nijor, so hopefully you can enjoy all the emojis that come with
That's
me.
the dude that got his message erased earlier.
Yeah.
That was about me.
Was it? Oh. We got another
You a freak, man. Freak.
This is such a random question from Cyborg Frankie.
What up, Cyborg?
Speaking of getting punched, why did Charles punch Seb in the face? And in your opinion, did he have it coming? Best book club.
Wait, how did you hear about that? Did I tell this?
I don't know.
What the heck?
I must have said, you remember when Sebastian got punched in the
man.
face?
Listen, don't tell that story, bro. We got another 2 from 𝙏𝙝𝙪𝙢𝙗. Well, next time Charles is on, I'll have him tell the story.
Charles gets easily offended, and Sebastian easily offends. That's just what it is. If I'm going to put it in the barest of bones, that's really what it is. And Lawrence could back me up, bro.
Listen, man.
That's really what it is.
Put it this way, yo.
Charles does that, bro.
The way Haruden talks about Loki is how they be talking about me, bro. I be wildin'. Anyway, another 2 from 𝙏𝙝𝙪𝙢𝙗. It says, it's definitely just suave. Lawrence's eulogy was, and what of his heart?
That's so funny, bro. That was easily the best part.
Oh my god.
I edited that whole video, by the way. I'm just waiting on Lionel's part so I could put both of them together into one episode.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put all 4 of us into one episode.
That's a good one.
But we're waiting
Mine's
for
gonna
Lionel.
suck. Oh my god.
Yeah, bro.
Dang. Sorry. Another 2 from Dr. Threat. It says #MonkeyDPox. That's wild.
Oh my God.
Another 70 Czar from Mohammed Diop. It
Thank
says,
you.
Yo, Brodies, Sebby Webby, you looking mad sexy with those big lips. ...
Oh my God.
I just wanted to ask, do y'all think Boa would have busted it down for Shanks if he arrived at Amazon Lily instead of Luffy? #Freakazoid.
No.
What's good with you, bro?
He said Freakazoid? All right, one, she would have saw him as a threat immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole ship of men, and then one of them is a Yonko, and the Conqueror's hockey that she would have felt. Yeah. All of Amazon Lily would have been firing from the jump.
Yeah, and I think the reason, a part of the whole arc itself, but in general, I think a part of why Boa fell for Luffy was because he was immune to her charm. I don't know that Shanks would be.
It was immune to her charm, and he
Yeah.
also covered her back when it was being shown.
Now, Shanks might still do that, but would he, who knows, but would he be immune? Like, I don't know that he would, personally.
Imagine he just liked guys.
A lot of Mihawk conversations out there.
No. Stop. Whatever that.
It's all out.
It's not also too. I think that was a part of it.
Why do I
Shanks
say
just go to Shanks just go to Kamabaka Kingdom, get freaked on.
So I think part of,
Hashtag Freakazoid.
Hashtag Freakazoid.
stop.
Papi Here.
Stop.
Seriously, what happened?
Stop.
What happened?
You don't want to know
Yo,
about that.
imagine that's what B-Hawk said when he dropped the newspaper.
Shanks be going over to Kamabaka so they can give him a hand.
You done?
I'm done.
So what I was saying is that I don't. Part of it maybe that like immune, but I don't think it was necessarily immune to her charm. I think it was mostly like, for example, how she viewed people and men, especially. Right? She kind of associated with like so dragons and like how most men are that way. Luffy showed that he wasn't that way, and that's why I always say like why Luffy also didn't get hit with her ability was because of his mindset, his heart. Luffy is kind of like shown to be somewhat pure-hearted, but a lot of it due to naivety, right? But like how he doesn't really think of like, for example, the main thing was that too. I don't know if you guys ever caught this. Was that she kind of tested Luffy when she froze Margaret? Margaret? No.
Margaret, yeah.
Froze Margaret, right? Margaret, right? And she gave Luffy a choice. You either stuck here and whatever I forgot what she had to do, stuck here, or you give her your freedom to free them from the stone, like all of them, right? Luffy without hesitation. Oh, so you'll free them, right? Great, thank you. Didn't even focus, didn't even ponder thinking about being free. He just said, Luffy heard was you'll free them, right? So she was shocked by that. So a lot of like Luffy's character and how he wasn't like in a way selfish and how he was like different from what she's seen. So I feel like with that, Shanks has that side of him, you know? So
listen, man, what Lawrence is trying to say is Luffy be about that money instead of about that punani, all right?
Okay.
That's what
What?
he said. He said FBs get money. That's what he was trying to say. That's what Lawrence is trying to say. He took the long road.
You was saying
But realistically, what he was saying was it was about that, all right? Don't be coming around me, throwing that monkey around. I don't care about that.
what's wrong with you?
Okay.
Where the food at?
We got a lot of super
I'm trying
chats.
to eat.
We got a lot of super chats and a lot of people waiting to call.
right.
So we gonna move on. But I do think what Lawrence said was pretty accurate.
Yeah, it was.
Another €6 from Don Pablo is from Wagwan Boy. It says, Wagwan boys, I seen a theory saying that Gunko is a spy for Dragon and the Revolutionaries. Evidence is they all wear the same hat type. Love the show. So listen, if you love the show, you know we said that already, bruh.
Yeah, bro.
We talked about
You can't
that,
be
dog.
saying you love the show and you ain't watched last episode when we talked about it, and then this episode when we talked about it.
We appreciate it though.
But we love you too.
Yeah.
We just love you without loving you correctly.
What is going on?
We the Instagram liking type, man.
Yeah, man.
Another 5 from Victor Haight, who've been waiting apparently and hitting up the mod chat apparently, bruh. Patience, man. But Victor Haight says, if Emu is killed, it proves history only changes through bloodshed. Wouldn't it be better to arrest him instead and judged for his crimes?
I mean, yeah. If you want, I mean, depends how you see the world be fit, man. Sometimes one life could save 1,000,000, but depending on your beliefs.
Kill that dude.
It's funny he says that because Luffy does not kill people. He kind of beats them and
no, man.
he kicks their butt and then, you know.
A lot of Impel people died because of Luffy, dog.
Nah, but he didn't. He's talking about intentionally killing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in coincidentally being the reason that somebody died and intentionally killing someone is different.
We never seen people that he's actually like beat almost to death. Like if they survive those injuries, like where Arlong at?
Arlong alive.
Where?
Oda just drew him in SBS.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh damn!
He showed his reaction to Jinbei joining the Strong.
Jesus, man! I thought I was cooking for a second too.
Wrong name.
Yeah, bro. Why not
could've
say
said
Arlong on everybody?
You should have said Kuro or something.
Yeah,
bro.
man. I should say Kuro. I said
They show Kuro. I think Don Krieg's the one we haven't seen.
They show Kuro?
nah. Don Krieg was in.
He's on Duke
post-time
on
skip.
Beehive.
Then
Yeah.
we see that. We see Kuro too.
Everybody alive, bro. Except Emu, he gonna die. Anyway, another 5 from King Solomon Plays, it says, hot take, the top 5 commanders on Whitebeard's crew were first commander level.
Yeah, it's bad, bro.
That's a nah, bro. And I'm the Whitebeard commander guy.
Yeah.
That's a no for me, dog.
Bro, you bad, bro.
Full Randy Jackson.
Yeah.
It's a no.
Wow.
Anyway,
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
another. You ever seen that? It's a no for me, dog. You ever seen that?
Never
Wow.
seen that.
American Idol. Another 5 from Victor Haight. It says, Seb, last podcast you mentioned people in the world government being in the world government's pockets. What if Gold Roger was, and after Rox's death, he learned something crucial?
Nah, bro. Don't disrespect Roger, bro.
Yeah,
That's disrespect.
I
bro.
can't. I
I
can't
can't even
with it.
entertain the theory because
can't
it's
drive
Roger
with it.
disrespect.
Yeah.
I
I'm
can't.
sorry, bro.
I'm not.
I get it though. All theories must exist. But for me personally, I love Roger. He's one of my favorite characters in One Piece. I just feel like if there's anything to dismantle his legacy, such as that,
Yeah,
it
bro.
would offend me.
Yeah,
because
bro.
I love his character so much. So
Yeah, I think it would spit in the face of almost everything we learned about the guy.
yeah.
So I can't rock with it.
And the story too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another 5 from J. Darude Missing Tooth. It says Loki probably has a fruit and a hammer with a fruit. Also, if he had hockey, he can't he take the sea stone off? Not exactly. It's not exactly how it works.
Yeah. We've actually never seen Sea Stone be broken, right? In the show?
No.
Never? We've never seen anyone break Sea Stone.
I thought we did, but apparently we didn't.
Another 5 from King Solomon Plays. What role do you think the Crossbow will play in the story? And who do you think needs to join the crew for them to actually be respected? I have a long theory on this. A majority of the former warlords, and I believe Neo-Mads will join. So people like Judge and Caesar and Doflamingo and Weevil, maybe Moria as well. Decent chunk of those people. Queen as well. Just, it's going to be a lot to get to there, though. So, and as far as what role they'll play, I don't know if y'all have anything great for that, but I think they're the people that the Marines have to deal with in the meantime, so that they're not actively hunting the Straw Hats. I think that's the role that they're playing in the meta of this. Like, Luffy's kind of able to roam free and do his thing because the Marines are occupied dealing with the cross-guild threat. So they're not dealing with, dang, every week a new admiral's coming after us. Every week we got to fight Seraphim. The cross-guild are the ones basically being the number one priority for the Marines. So Luffy and Blackbeard and Shanks can kind of do the real stuff that really kind of changes the game. I don't know.
The only thing I could think of, not that we want to see it, but it could happen, the Marines, world government, have a bunch of pacifistas. The Neo-Mads create their own version of that to combat the army of the pacifistas.
Another 8 from Chopper the Dealer. It says, hey, fellas, how do you think Marineford would have ended up if Shanks didn't show up? Luffy probably dead, right? I would assume.
Luffy died. Garp.
Who's stopping him?
Garp kills Akainu.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Blackbeard tees off on Sengoku. Somehow steals his devil fruit. Whitebeard pirates don't leave. They
probably crash out fighting.
They crash out fighting. They all die.
Jozu loses another arm.
Yeah, it's bad, bro. Mihawk don't run away. Boa and Amazon Lily probably gets hunted down. Kobe dies.
Because Loka, in a way, still saving away Luffy with the whole shambles.
I just wonder what the Straw Hats would do, really. That's where my mind has been. Like, if Luffy was to die, say all that stuff happens, whatever, somehow, some way, the people get separated, whatever. I guess, is Kaido now coming because Shanks isn't coming? Like, what are we really saying? And then, like, what do the Straw Hats do? I think that's
Kaido comes through.
Right. So
That would be crazy.
Yeah, and then Kaido probably takes out the Marines.
By himself?
he had King with him.
He had his crew.
No,
right?
it was just him and King.
Yeah, remember, they're going to start internally fighting.
Yeah,
Because of Garp.
it's a lot, bro.
There's going to be a lot of people that are going to side with Garp during what happened.
It's going to be a lot of wild. I don't know. Another 5 from Jada Rude. It says, I hope King comes back and takes the Seraphim in as his kids. Hashtag Larry Tax. Hashtag King as a good stepfather. Hashtag Nika is black. Yes, he is. Another 10 from Luffy Nick. Sup, gang. Urouge, I don't know his name.
Urouge?
Is still not mentioned in the story. We've seen worst generation become allied Navy, Yonko crew, and prisoners. What if Urouge was enslaved by CDs, and that's why we haven't seen him. That would suck.
I think it's gonna come full throttle with my Angel People theory. That's where his story is gonna play most.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Watch.
Another 7 Canadian from L. Hey, late to the pod, so catching up. Thanks for catching my missed super chat and taking time to give your thoughts. Excited to hear Larry's theory on giant nations. I hope you stuck around for that one, L. I know it took a while.
I hope you heard it.
Yeah, it took a while for us to. Damn, we're way back, way back. All right, another 40 from Lovers Edits. Kuzan and versus Bullet and Marco versus Lucci. What diff?
Bullet over Kuzan for me, and
I got Bullet and Lucci.
I got Bullet and Lucci. Yeah, I'm gonna go Lawrence's route too.
I'm
What
on-
diff?
Oh yeah.
I would say extreme for both.
You said Bullet.
Aokiji versus Bullet, and then Lucci versus Marco.
Extreme diff for Bullet and Kuzan, and
Come on, Lawrence. Don't be disrespectful like that. You just glazed Marco.
Listen, man, do it. Whatever you feel, man.
I'm gonna say mid diff for Lucci. And
Okay,
Marco.
bro. See, I knew he was gonna say that.
I'm going Marco because I gotta defend my boy on here. Extreme diff, and I'm going Kuzan extreme diff. Did you have one, Love?
That is nonsense.
I'm saying, I'm gonna say, it's actually a really good match, honestly. For now, I'll say Bullet, really extreme diff. I'm gonna say Marco, really extreme diff.
All right. We split. Another 7 Canadian from L. Y'all see the new SBS. What if Who's Who was the one who killed Ulti and Page One's father, who we know is Hanafuda? All right, so I don't believe that's the case. I do think there is an avenue that Doflamingo had him killed so that he could take his place as Kaido's supplier, which is just grimy, and I like it.
I feel like I like that a little bit more.
Yeah. Another 5 from William Prophet. It says, first live and super chat. Thank you guys for giving us the best One Piece content. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep it up, and don't forget that hashtag Larry
oh my
tags.
God. Leave it in the past.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Another 5 from Inferno Knight. What's up, y'all? If you replace Kizaru with another admiral, especially Akainu, would the Straw Hats have made it out? I believe he's talking about Egghead.
If it's Fuji, they definitely make it out. If it's Green Bull,
They definitely make it out. I'm gonna still say yes.
yeah, they always got to make it out, no matter who it is.
Yeah, but this is in a hypothetical. You got to remove plot, right, or whatever.
Oh, do we? Do we? That's crazy.
Yeah.
They still, I think they still do.
I love your consistency, bro.
Appreciate that. Another 280 or 2 from Smooth Weave. It says, does Charlos have a cousin in the God's Knights? How would I know, bro?
He could.
No, man.
Seems like any of them could become God's Knights.
They all cousins, bro. Another 5 from KJ. People talk about how Elbaf weaknesses is lightning when it doesn't matter. Luffy can go Gear 5 and his surroundings can turn anything into rubber. I mean, can he turn the entire island into rubber?
Can it stay rubber?
Yeah. Another 5 from King Pesos. It says, who had the best real Nika moment in the series so far? I nominate Bon Clay and Impel Down, Zoro with Kuma, and Usopp and Dressrosa. Those are some of my favorites. Usopp and Dressrosa.
It's a Nika moment?
I'm going to go with a rando
okay.
and just say Wiper when he went up to Anel's chest
It's a good one.
and
It's an
used the
underrated
impact
one.
down.
It's an underrated one.
That was a good one.
Shout out to Sanji. I needed the light. But I think the answer is it's Zoro. Nothing happened.
Okay.
I think that's the consensus.
Especially out of those 3, yeah.
Yeah. Also, honorable mention to Lano's boy Odin.
The boiling.
The boiling is crazy.
Yeah, that's next.
I'm gonna be honest, yo. You could say I'm wrong. When Luffy ended up knocking out Bellamy in the one punch, that was a real Nico moment too.
Luffy climbing the mountain, the Drum Kingdom. It's a real one. Probably my favorite one in the series. Anyway, another 2 from Smooth Weeb. Strongest person Urza Scarlet could take from One Piece. I don't know who that is.
The strongest one she could take from One Piece.
That's from Fairy Tail, I believe.
Is it? Okay.
Damn. I think she can take Boa.
Okay.
It's probably as high as I'll go though.
I don't think y'all are familiar, right? Lawrence is kind of familiar, but whatever. All right, another 2 from Jada Rude. Hashtag Cucksep. All right, bro. Hashtag black men don't cheat, but their women do.
Oh my God.
Jesus, bro. Spicy chat. Another 2 from 𝙏𝙾𝙪𝙀𝙪. Suave? I don't know how to say your name, bro. Larry and Seb argue about anything and everything. That's not true.
Yeah, that's not true.
It's not true.
We argue less than you think.
Yeah. Another 5 from Gerardo Ramirez. The only thing no one should ever cheat on is their Larry Jackson.
Oh my God, bro. Gerardo, get out.
Another 5 Canadian from Smooth Weeb. Thanks for all you do for One Piece. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Whitebeard free falling with his full weight while Roger just lifted his arms up and a clash means Roger is stronger than Whitebeard. That's not how that works, but I feel you.
Yeah, I get it, but no.
I feel you. He's also a larger person than Roger is. Another 5 from DQF. Maybe Ja Rule saying that he likes older women is in terms of human years. Mother Caramel still has that hold on him. He and I'm still a little behind.
All right, so I know a lot of people have been coming at us about the Ja Rule name. So
how is it pronounced?
So it's funny because they all think it's pronounced one way when it's not. It's actually pronounced a whole different way. So his name in Japanese is called Yaruru. So it's Yaruru. And then if you want to say Yarur, you can say that too, right? But for me, since I'm American and I see a J, I say Jaru because it's just easier to say than Yaruru.
Yeah.
Okay, so just for people, it's just how I want to pronounce it. I think Ja Rule is enough.
They were coming at us the other day about how we say Mary Joie. So we say Mary Joa. But like it's Mary Joie, which is fine. Whatever.
No, it's literally stated as Marie Joie.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be French, right? I don't know.
No, but in Japanese, that's how it's
I'm
pronounced.
gonna ask my mama. She was in France for a while. Another 280 from L. It says drunk Ussop equals drunk Rock Lee. I don't see it. Yeah, I was talking about Ussop boxing drunk. He ain't about to do none of that, bro. But maybe another 5 from Soapbox 56. Can kids awakened fruit make sea stone forged items fly at someone he makes magnetic? Like nails, chains, etc.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna say no, but that was Soapbox's first super chat. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, cause that's too broken to me. Mm-hmm. If you can just be tossing around sea stone like that, like that's
how would the sea stones be metal though? I don't think it's metal.
Yeah. Another 5 from Dr. Threat. Who's the best tank in One Piece, and why is it Pell? Hashtag Bucket.
It's not.
Hey, man.
It's not Pell.
Hey.
At this point, we kind of have to say
It's
Kaido,
right?
Yeah.
We'll see what Loki got going, but I'm gonna go Kaido.
You know,
Actually, no, it can't be Loki because Kaido wouldn't have been. If Kaido was Sea Stone Cuff, would he have been alright from the Cerberus attack?
Well, his durability of dragon would
Right,
have been
yeah.
reduced.
But I'm saying he wouldn't have it because he'd be Sea Stone Cuffed.
he still be out.
Because he's still an Oni. He still would, like, and also a dragon. I mean, not dragon.
When he being
Also,
experimented on, I'm sure.
Yeah, a lot of Onis can be hurt, bro. You know what I'm saying?
When he being experimented on, I'm sure he had the ability. No, yeah, he had the ability already, and he was doing it. He broke out when he wanted to, and they had to proceed on
The thing is, we don't.
Guys, we got 3 minutes.
Oh, sure, yeah. All right.
Also, we don't know that he was getting experimented on and had the Devil Fruit yet, right? Now?
Yeah, he did.
Is the timeline lined up with that? Was he?
He had
It
King.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyway, another 20 from Dre Thompson. Yeah, you're right. Who will be the final boss? Emu, Blackbeard, or other? Hashtag we all have theories. Emu.
Yeah.
Emu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another 5
You
from
said
Jock
Blackbeard.
Quinn. Huh?
You said Blackbeard for
No. I said if I had to choose one, like Luffy to
okay.
fight one. I've always thought Emu would be the final boss. Another 5 from Jacqui. Seb got me into Ippo and got me feeling motivated in the gym again. I owe it to you. Much love.
Nobody has ever said that to you.
I was about to say.
It could be that evil does that to people.
Hey, man.
It does. Makes you want to.
It does.
Listen, bro.
It got me into boxing.
Listen. Anyway, keep up the great pod, guys, and let's go Knicks. Hey, favorite super chat of the day, bro. You saw the game last night? Down 19.
Okay.
Mike, what's up, bro? No, Mike hit me up. Mike called my line when it was up 19, but when we came back, he was quiet,
we
bro.
got 2 minutes, bro.
And we only got a couple super chats left. Mike, I don't get this work. Anyway, another 5 from Kevin. Just a thought. What if Roronoa name was a mistake in some way, and he's really related to 𝑚? See, y'all be doing too much sometimes, man.
What?
Nah, there's a 1% chance, bro.
Yo,
There's a 1% chance, bro.
What happened?
another 5 from Eric Peterson. My guys, fire and lightning is the weakness of all trees. That's what Lawrence is saying. Another 5 from Jason Simo. It says, what if Shanks lost his true powers with his arm, and that's why he could compete with Loki and Mihawk? Now Mihawk won't fight him due to Griffin's nerf.
Nah.
I mean, it's partially true as far as Mihawk, I guess.
Yeah.
Another 2 from Roy Stokes, the GOAT. Much love, you guys, for all you do. Hashtag like the stream. Yeah, like the stream, y'all.
Thank you, Roy.
Thank you, Roy.
Appreciate you, brother.
Another 5 from Jada Rude. Now, Boa heard about that stretchy thing Luffy had when Amazons yanked on him while he was passed out. Hashtag Boa freak ting. Hashtag she wanted her last name.
Bruh.
I mean, he not wrong. Technically, that all tracks. Another 2 from Joey Danko. All these chapters and Usopp still being a bum. Hashtag sad. And then another 2 from Christopher Hayes. Brooke versus Buggy. Who wins? Also love the pod, Brooke.
Bruh.
Yeah, broke. All right, guys, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for staying with us. If you haven't liked the episode yet, please like the episode. If you haven't given us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and the Spotify platform, please do as well. We appreciate all of you. We hope you had a lot of fun. We are very humbled by everyone who continues to come to our pod and enjoy themselves. Listen, it's always jokes between us. It's always laughs. It's always a good time. And we really appreciate all the donos as well that you have sent. We appreciate you so much. You guys do so much for the pod. It's crazy. You have no idea. So we are just super grateful that we're in your lives and you're in ours. So thank you so much for everything that you do for us, because I know we continuously hear that it's always what we do for y'all. So believe me, it's the other way around. So thank you. Amazing stream, episode 193 in the books, and we're on our road to 200. So thank you to Marv, as always, for another great episode, sir. And listen, man, that's it. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Lionel.
Sam!
And this is that One Piece Talk. Jana!